Testament. It's not important, but it's just not something that I really focus on. You can go to church for that. And like I said, I just don't, it's not powerful to me. Because the Old Testament is said to, it said the reason why it was so important was because it was talking about the prophecy that was going to come. As opposed, if you just come on, please turn your stuff on mute. Thank you. It was talking about the prophecy of the son that was supposed to come. And so a lot of it, hey, get out some fucking blinds. That's my cat and my fucking nerves. My dress bust in the back, the zipper broke, and I just didn't have the energy to go in there and change. So I just want to let y'all know that I feel a lot of breeze in my back right now. But I'm not getting up to change. This motherfucker, you can't really tell. It's connected still at the neck. My titties ain't showing, even if it was. Happy Easter. You know, y'all been blessed. You've been blessed. You can see, I got a nice little old black little lacy brown, so we still good, but this motherfucker is busted in the back. You know what I'm talking about? I got this dress on Amazon for $19. Cause you know I be cheap as fuck. Don't be want to spend no money on no clothes. Now I buy a $10,000 purse with goddamn clothes because my weight fluctuates too much. I'm not going to spend no money on whole bunch of money on clothes. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The Old Testament, one of the most important books in hoodoo and old time and conjure, is the King James Bible. Okay, how many authors comprise the King James version of the Bible? 40. There are 40 authors that contribute to the Old Testament and the New Testament too. Moses is credited for at least the first 5 books of the Old Testament. If you guys didn't know, he is accredited for Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. It's also called the Pentateuch of the Old Testament. Pentetuch. Okay, I'm gonna go kind of fast a little bit because there's a lot to cover. They also cover the creation to his death in Deuteronomy. So Moses, if you guys have ever heard the Abrahamic law, they're talking about Moses when because remember, God loved him. God was with him until his death. God took him and put him in a secret place. He's the only person in the Bible that they said that they ever done that. And he lived to be 120 years old. And they said that he had no ailments. He could still hear. He could still see. And he had no sickness. It's just that God took him on up. I'm going to talk a little bit about Moses a little bit later on why he's so great in the conjure world. And also why he's so important to our magic, okay? He's a secret weapon. Moses is a secret weapon when you come to hoodoo and using the Bible. A lot of people don't talk about that, but he really is. And so I'm gonna really give y'all a little game to this, okay? They said that the Israelites, they completed Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, and Ruth was the reign of King David. And they said that priestly historians wrote those books of the Bible, okay? Psalms, King David, Moses, a song the Solomon. They said that the sons of Korach, the sons of Asphite, Ethan, Israelite, these were the people that helped to create some of Psalms. And some Psalms were written by unknown people. So do you see when people when they say the Bible is everything and the Bible is fulfilling and the Bible is this, you don't even know who all wrote it. It's just like any other book that you read. It has other authors and stuff in it. And most Christians that proclaim by the word of God, meaning the Bible, don't even know the information that I just gave you. You ask them, why is it so important? They can't even tell you what I just told you. And I'm a big witch. I'm a big spiritualist. I'm a big hoodoo person. And I can tell you why. But you sit a Christian across from me and you ask them the same information that I just gave you, they can't even give it. They have no clue who wrote. Baby, when I tell you these earrings, what is it, Kanda?
Kianda.
Kianda, them earrings, yeah, them straight, look at me. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Hey, they caught my attention. She was like, I'm giving it to him this Easter. I don't have a but I'm supposed to kill him with these earrings.
Yes, I just washed my hair, but these earrings gonna give you that thought that you wanted for today.
They did. Morgan looked like she go to some church in East Texas where they have ceiling fans everywhere. They don't even have real AC. That's what Morgan is giving you right now. Morgan is giving you old sweet home, but fucking Baptist church. I love it. Chira say, I'm gonna give y'all this hat, this black hat, that's all the fuck I'm gonna be able to give you in this motherfucker. I'm a magician in this bitch. I'm on my third cup of wine. I don't know about y'all, but I've been taking communion for the past hour. So everybody cheers. Yes, everybody. Jennifer, where your beverage at? I want to see beverages. Is that water? I'm supposed to put you off. I said, have a drink. I'm supposed to put you off. If you don't have,
I'm gonna go downstairs and grab it.
if you don't have a cocktail, you will not enjoy this place.
Mama, I was sick this morning. That was me with the aloe vera juice.
I'll give you, all right, you done drunk 37 gallons of aloe vera juice because she don't want to get the COVID-19. She's going to get the diarrhea 15 drinking all of that shit. That's why her stomach is fucked up. Yeah. Yeah, goddamn it. All right. Then we talk about Proverbs, the Song of Solomon, Ecclesiastics. These were all written by King Solomon. And 30 and 31 of Proverbs was written by Agur and Lemuel. These were all prophets in the Bible, okay? Then you have Isaiah, Hosea, Amos, Jonah, and Micah, Nahum. Y'all ain't never heard of these in the Old Testament. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all ain't never even heard of these. These were also written by prophets who penned those books of the Bible. We don't even know their fucking name. That's why it's so important that I tell y'all what, to always research and stuff for yourself. Because okay then, is that a Bud Light? Look at you say, fuck a cocktail. I'm just drink a whole Bud Light, this motherfucker. I know that's right. So then you have Samuel, Kings, Esther, and Job. Do you know that these people are unnamed? Don't nobody even know who wrote those books of the Bible? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? They don't even know who the fuck wrote them. So people are so quick to be like, the Bible said, who, you don't even know who the author is. The author could have been a gay person, a straight person, a bisexual person, a dog, a monkey, a little baby. You don't even know. That's why y'all have to take from it from what you need, and then you just go on. You know, I don't think that the Bible is a testament of what you should live by. You want to know why? Because it was written by 40 different people. And all of them don't agree. That's why the Bible, it contradicts things, because there's so many different authors. That's just like if I give y'all a book and we all gonna write a piece of it, and we might be talking about the same subject, but we have 30, 40 different views. That's really why the Bible is so disconnected sometimes, because it's not written by the same people, you know. Then you have Habakkuk, you have Joel, Obadiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, Haggai, Malachi. The Malachi is where they talk about tithes and offerings. These were written by prophets that have no name. So that could have been anybody. I just wanted to break down what the Old Testament, the books of it, and who actually wrote it. That way, whenever y'all want to argue with your Christian friends, you got a lot of ammunition. You know, pastors don't like me because I come with the questions, and they be like, is a response, but it's not an answer. Yeah, I love a good read. I love a good read. I do. I think I've been reading since I was a baby. And then, you know, of course, I went to seminary school. So I actually am an ordained minister, but I took it further. To really study deep. Did y'all know that there's a Christian creed? Just like there's a Wiccan creed, there's a Christian creed too. I bet some of y'all didn't even know that. That is based off the Wiccan creed. See, Christianity is probably one of the youngest religions that's out there. There's 30,000 different types of religions. What makes people think that one is right and the other are wrong? So before I get into anything else, I'm going to teach you how to work the Bible. All right. Everybody got a Bible? Some of y'all probably had to go find one. Some of y'all got that Bible from the hotel, the little motel, you open up the drawer. Don't front. Everybody in the scene, and when they putting their jewelry in there, people go fuck this nigga. All right, let me put my shit in her. Move this Bible over. And if y'all went to them 2 for 10s, I think they 2 for 20 now. I don't know. It's been so long since I went. You might fuck around and find a condom or something in there. Who knows, child? All right. So how to actually work your Bible. I'm gonna say this is for a fresh Bible that you probably never used before. You haven't never tore any pages out of it. Some of y'all ain't touched the Bible since Kip was a pup, and he a big old dog now. And that's how long it's been since some of y'all didn't touch one. It's okay. It don't burn. It ain't gonna itch your finger. It ain't gonna do none of that. Now, I'm not gonna say going to church ain't gonna burn, because last time I went to church, I broke out in hives. But that's just because that's probably the evil in me. That's what my aunt said. You're probably so evil when you sit up in there. You probably was like sitting like in a ball in water. I was like, no, it's because I could feel all those nasty spirits in there. Yours included. But anyway, so working the Bible. You're going to take the Bible that you will be using. You'll actually hold the Bible in both of your hands. And you will ask the divine creator, God, whoever you call him. The Bible says he has over 10,000 names. He cannot be named. So whatever you want to call him is okay. Calling him Buddha is the same as calling him God. Oh, these motherfuckers, everybody late. It's the same thing. Keisha, I want to see your face, baby. There are no black screens. If y'all have to get out for whatever reason, just go ahead and get off and you can always get back on, okay? It's not a problem. But I don't want to see black screens. I want to see people. I want to see y'all. So the divine, the creator, any ancestors, do you know that most of our ancestors were Christians? So why not have a Bible? Especially if you have an ancestral altar. If you have an ancestral altar, most hoodoo people, and I'm going to say about 95% of old school, they have one on the altar. Most old school conjure workers have a Bible on their altar. Yes, they do. Because most old school conjure workers, they are hoodoo based. So they always have a Bible. You can be Ifa, Santeria, they all have a fucking Bible. Even if you are a Satanist, they have the Satan's Bible. There is a Satan's Bible that was written by King James as well. Did y'all know that? Yeah. Yeah. King James wrote the Satanic Bible too. Isn't that something? I bet you tell a Christian that they'll piss out motherfucking Psalms and Proverbs right on out their pussy. Everybody got something to drink? I want to see people's. Everybody take a drink. Let's keep it. Melanie, you ain't got nothing to drink? You got to go get something to drink, darling. Then you got to get off the video. Everybody got to have a beverage.
I'm about to go get one now.
Everybody need a cocktail. This is what a party this is. This is to keep the monotony off. They talking about drinking in her. Jesus turned water into wine. That's what they said. He kept the party jumping. Didn't nobody stop? What the king say? Damn, they normally bring out the good stuff first, and then they come with the cheap shit. But damn, nigga, you came with the good shit at the end. That's what I'm so. We we just gonna make this fun because this shit could be boring and make you want to go to sleep. So this when everybody get through, everybody gonna be kind of intoxicated a little bit because I know I am. This is my third glass, and you know everybody gonna take a nap. I'm gonna take a nap. I know I'm gonna take one. Y'all orders ain't going out to Tuesday and Wednesdays. Don't even fucking ask me, okay? Shit. Who is Shy with this hat on? Shy look like she done went to the Bama church, the Bama Mount Zion cross the river Baptist church. Baby, where they wear jean skirts and t-shirts and tennis shoes. That's the church that Shy, what did Shy look like? She was like, no, you ain't going over with them pants on. You better get this jean skirt. Look at LaTanya. LaTanya got titties out. LaTanya gonna be sit down. Them ushers is gonna get one of them little sheets or them little handkerchief, and they're gonna make her put over her damn chest because the deacons, they can't help themselves. Cause they gonna be looking at Shy titties. Shy done push them motherfucking titties up in that shirt. But she said we can be hoish a little bit. I'm gonna wear this shirt today. I'm just gonna wear this. All right, Shy. All right. Ain't nobody judging. Wait a minute. Before I get started with this Bible, that goddamn Clark sister movie. If that ain't the most toxic fucking movie I done ever seen. Oh my God, it was painful to watch. That shit reminded me of my fucking big mama. Oh, you didn't let them kids wear them. She took me to a holiness church, and I had on a dress that was below my knee. They called me a little Jezebel because I had a goddamn unicorn necklace on. It had got from the state fair with my name on it. I was proud of that goddamn necklace till I went to that church and them hoes told me I was a Jezebel. Bitch, I'm 12. I don't even know what the fuck a Jezebel is. That was the most toxic ass movie. I want to know where Niecy is. I want to hear Niecy. Niecy need a story because Niecy was not having that. And Paula Twinkie. I knew she was off. I knew she was off by the way her teeth was spaced out in her mouth, and everybody had work done on their bodies. All the Clark sisters then had surgeries, braces, except her. I think she did have a surgery, but she didn't eat right because she didn't gain the weight back and she never got her teeth fixed. Karen Clark been wearing braces for 37 years. Y'all know I ain't lying. If y'all go in and out of them goddamn, if they go in and out of them goddamn videos watching Karen Clark, when she's 715 pounds and it had got braces in her mouth, then the motherfucker got the little, what you call little shit to hold it in, and the bitch got a full set of braces. She been wearing braces all her motherfucking life. She might as well let it go and let them hoes space out. Be free, bitch. Let them teeth space out. You can still, you can still sing like that all you want to with them. Yes, you can. Baby, that goddamn Clark sister movie. Ooh, I know if I put this out in public, they're gonna roast my motherfucking ass, and I'm gonna roast their motherfucking ass right back. Baby, that movie is a mess. Maddie Mouse was getting her ass whooped, and she was still believing in God. Ain't that some Christian shit? God is gonna deliver me from thus his hands. Oh, that movie. I was so dissipated. I was so dissipated. Ooh. Ooh. I was so dissipated. I was so. Okay, I digress. I was so disappointed in that movie. I was so disappointed, but I really would love to talk to Denise. I think Denise got the information. She could really enlighten us on a lot of stuff. She's crazy as fuck too. Don't get it wrong, because I done seen some videos of her. And she's an apostle. So you know that she off. She's a woman apostle. She off. And Dorinda, I seen a video about Dorinda talking bad to motherfuckers about women that wear pants. And then her motherfucking ass. Y'all see that she was on that show, her and her two sisters was on that boy show. I can't think of his name, but the three of them was on there and she had pants on. Ain't that something? That goddamn Clark sisters, they could have saved that. Missy Elliott, Queen Latifah, and Mary J. Blige. Where the fuck did Mary J. Blige get the funding to even help produce a movie like that? I don't, that shit just, I just, Lifetime always doing some fuck shit. And that was some fuck shit. Had Kiki on there, Kiki Sheard, she playing her mama. I think that's a toxic relationship too. Kiki Sheard and cause if y'all watch them ever sing together, if she feel like her daughter out singing her, don't she look at her in some funny kind of way? I think all them fucked up. I think them Clark sisters all them fucked up. Only one probably got some sense is what's her name? Bernadette, that ain't her name. What's her name? Bernice, that ain't her name. What's the old one? What's the old one? Her husband just died. Jackie. Jackie say, I'm fixing to go be a nurse, cause bitch, I don't know about these funds. And I got to have that goddamn movie. So dissipated in it. I don't even know what to tell y'all. It was entertaining. Very entertaining. And Nisa had 7 motherfucking kids. 7 motherfucking kids. All boys. I bet that I'd been in jail. I bet that I'd been in jail at least once. Cause she look like she don't do nothing but eat and chase niggas. For your glory. Surely. Okay, I'm back. That's this shit right here. I drunk all this. Cheers. All right, let's get back to the Bible. This what you paid for. You paid to be entertained by me. I'm not a Clark sister. Woo! I don't even know why they proud of it. I wouldn't even be proud of it. Some shit don't need to be told. I just needed to keep You Are the Sunshine in my life. I just need to keep them how they was. That movie let me in on too many secrets. I think it was some molestation going on with them Clark sisters. I definitely picked it up. And you want to know why? They all fat. The telltale sign of a young lady that has been molested, just in case y'all don't know, they gain weight. Fact. But I'm not gonna read. This ain't what this is about. But baby, I'm gonna do a YouTube video on this, and I'm gonna make folks mad. Because them girls was molested. It was a lot of shit that was going on. Maddie Mouse knew about it, and I'm gonna talk about her. They probably gonna try to nail me to the cross, talking about Maddie Mouse. She was crazy. Manipulating. She drove Twinkie crazy. You need me. What type of manipulating shit is that? That girl ain't had no life. That's what them Christians do, child. If they don't manipulate you one way, they'll manipulate you another. Jesus ain't gonna do shit. Anyway, if he did, he would have fixed it. All these motherfuckers praying about the coronavirus, he should have been back at work. If you asked if Jesus was real, all these prayers going up about this shit, it would have been done. Somebody lying. And if they ain't a fool to see that, that's on them. Anyway, so we're going to take the Bible in both of our hands, and we're going to ask the divine, we're going to ask God, whatever you call them, your ancestors, whoever, to give you clear direction and your truth, a way for you that is very clear. No mistakes, because you're asking for no mistakes. You're asking for a clear sign, right? So you will open up the book, and whatever you open it up to, the first thing that your eyes set on, like for me, it opened up to Psalms 27, and it was number 11. It said, teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in the plain path. Ain't that what we talking about? We asking for direction. Ain't that somehow I open it up and like, boom, right there. Look at me, one card. Look at that, look at that. Divine connection. See, if I would have been sober, it wouldn't have happened. I would have put up on some shit like thrust thy eye with a fork or some shit like that. But because I am elevated, boom. So whatever your eyes go on first, look at the first verse. Whatever they go on first, you will always look at the first verse. And so, that's supposed to give you like your third eye, whatever, because it's your third eye. It's everything connected to what you see. So make sure that you write it down and also date it, because believe it or not, the Bible is also a divination. Did y'all know that? That the Bible itself is a divination. If you're still confused about what you seek, then read further down. But that's the way to enchant the Bible for you. If you're doing it for a client, or if you're doing it for somebody else, or you're doing it for work, the Bible is a divination. You can throw shells in here. You can use a pendulum in here. You can use coconut in here. You can use cowrie shells in here. You open it up to whatever page, throw your shell down on it, and whatever the shell land on, that's what you read. It literally can be used just like anything else. It is a real divination tool. Keys, you can also use keys and throw them in here as well. Why are keys so significant? Keys can be used because St. Peter is related to keys, right? Remember, God gave him the keys of heaven on earth. If you guys write that down, Matthew 16 and 19. You can hold the key over the first passage that you read, and it will tell you what you need to know. That's what they say anyway. I ain't never did it with no keys. Why are you up there? Get the fuck down. You can also use a photo. You can use a photo to curse a person with the Bible. You can use a photo to shut them up. You can use a photo to protect you from that particular person. You can use a photo just like you would like a petition and doing a spell. Remember, this is a spell book. So you can use it as such. You can look at the photo, make sure that it's a photo that you can see the eyes. And you can and look and it's the target. You can ask the divine to help show you the truth. If that person is not being honest to you, if that person is lying to you, if that person is not giving you everything that you need, you could take that person's photo, write their name and their date of birth on the back of it, and you can ask the divine to reveal the truth or the true purpose or the intent of the target. You can take the Bible, you can ask the question, you can open it up. Randomly, you kind of close your eyes, and the first scripture you go on, it should reveal. And you should see the answer. If that person is needing prayer, if that person is needing healing, you can take the same picture or another picture of a different target, and you can write their name and date of birth. Wherever your eyes fall on, you can put the picture in there and close it. You can take a tea light and set on top of the Bible to activate the work. I didn't say take a glass candle and sit on top of it, or I said a tea candle. I didn't say take a taper candle and put on there and melt the wax on the Bible and however it look. I did not say any of that. I don't want to see no pictures to my, I burnt up my Bible because I had put the taper candle on there. Did I say do that? Some of y'all look at me like, why are you saying that? Because y'all do that. Because y'all do it. That's why I'm saying it, because y'all do it. If you also, who is this? If you also want to hurt a person, maybe they fucking with you, maybe they bothering you, you don't, and you want them to stop. I'm not gonna let nobody else in here because this is distracting me. You can slam the Bible as hard as you can and call for justice for that particular person. Again, you can ask the person, you can ask God to turn a person's life upside down. You wanna know how you do that? Put their picture upside down and put it in the Bible and slam it shut. See, the Bible is used for uncrossing, crossing, hexing, separation work, love work, bonding work. You can use the Bible for all of these things, all of them. If you don't know the right prayers when you're working the Bible, then always pray to Daniel to uncover the truth and open your eyes. And that's Daniel 2:20 through 23. You can always do that. Okay. Any questions? Any questions? If you have them, you can unmute yourself. Daniel.
What was the last script? Daniel 2 and what?
If you're seeking favor or like truth, it's Daniel 2 and it's verses 20 through 23. Why do we use that? It said, blessed be the name of God forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. So we're calling for the truth to be revealed. So that's a really good scripture that you can use. Sorry, I just got a picture of my reborn. They almost done with her.
How did you say you can use the Daniel scripture?
The Daniel scripture, if you're wanting the truth to be revealed to you about a person or a particular thing, Nala, put your son in there. You can literally put the picture and put it in where that scripture of the Bible is and slam it shut. Get a little tea candle, doesn't matter what color, and just to light it up, to activate it, to put some heat to it. Okay? And always put it on your altar. Everybody should, if that's your thing. Most, like me, I'm an old school worker. I'm 41. I'll be 41 next month. So I'm going to claim that. You know, I like being old. I want to be saying, bitch, I'm 52. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about, like, I want to be able to, like, say that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them people like, oh, I don't want to know my age. No, you can know my age. I was 35, I'm almost 40 years old. I don't have time for this shit. Now I'm 40, and I'll be like, baby, I'm 41. Let me tell you what I don't want to deal with. Because I'm tired. I've been here 41 years. I don't have to. I'm quick to say, wait till I'm 50. Maybe I'm 50 years old. Let me tell you what I'm not going to do. See, I'm already there. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't one of people, girl, tell them I'm 20. No, bitch, I'm 40. My little snookums, my little reborn. They got to do her eyebrows next. Look, I don't know if y'all can see her.
Oh, they working on her right now?
Yeah, they almost done.
She do look real. She look really real.
She like, I sit on a couch. I'm popped up.
Oh, you filthy BB.
I know. I was like, why she ain't got no fucking eyebrows? And then she go, I'm doing her eyebrows. I was like, oh, okay, because, bitch, she need eyebrows. She is not a chemical patient, baby.
You know, some newborns, they don't be born with eyebrows, but they come over time. So, I mean, you know.
But she need her eyebrows because that's some weird looking shit to me. And this ain't like a real baby that they gonna grow the fuck in. She's bald faced. And I done been bald faced. I used to shave my motherfucking eyebrows. Hey, look. I used to dry your eyebrows on like in the late 90s. Oh, I was the only motherfucker that did that? Oh, okay, then. I guess y'all just perfect and I always had perfect eyebrows. Cool.
I used to cut lines in mine back then. I didn't shave them off, but I cut lines in mine.
Who is this thug? Shari guy. Thug. She a thug. She telling her motherfucking business. She sell dope. She sold dope. She sold dope and fought niggas. That's why she did. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, only somebody that fought niggas and sold dope did that. And you did that. Look, your whole life done changed. Look at that. See what I'm talking about? Let me tell you, I used to shave my shit off and I would draw them on and it was hot outside and I was going to a job interview and wipe my motherfucking forehead and wiped one of my eyebrows off. Go in there to the job interview. The bitch looking at me crazy. And I'm like, why is she looking at me like that? If she don't want to give me the job, just fucking tell me that. I'm all in my motherfucking feelings. So then I get back to the car because I don't think I'm going to get the job because the bitch been looking at me like this. I don't understand why the bitch looking at me like that. You can't look at nobody like that when you're trying to interview them. So anyway, I get to my daddy's house. He's still living. I get out the car, go in the house. My daddy talking about, why the fuck you looking like a half-bald pussy by the face? I was like, what you talking about? He talking about one of your goddamn brows is fucking wiped off. You know, my daddy one of them geeky country ass nigga. He mouth full of gold. He ain't give a fuck what he said. And I was like, Daddy, what did you say? Bitch, I had one motherfucking eyebrow. And I'm talking about makeup and everything. So this right here is real light. And the rest is like made. You know how like you didn't highlighted the shit and it. That bitch could have told me I ain't had number one motherfucking eyebrow while she was fucking staring at me like that. I fucking hate people, man. I hate bitch ass people. She couldn't do me like that. Oof. And she ain't give me the job, bitch. She should have just told me, ma'am, I think you wiped your eyebrow off. And it was hot, and I had just did this. You know how you just do that. I didn't wipe that bitch smooth off. It was just as oh, Lord. All right, Sean Lewis, baby, I have to see your face. I don't want any black screens, and I don't want any pictures. If you're not picture ready, then you have to get off. You're going to have to look at the recorded video. So anyway, most conjurers, like I said, they use the Old Testament as a part of the Bible. It's the most important. It is the most powerful part of the Bible. Why is the Old Testament important? The Old Testament lays the foundation for prophecy. Remember that I said that? It lays the foundation for prophecy. It presents spiritual truths and lessons, and it's an eye for an eye spirit. The New Testament is not an eye for an eye. It says you got to go through this. The Old Testament is no. That motherfucker fuck with you. You cut his fucking finger off. Whatever fucking thing he did, that's what you fucking go after, you know. So that's why it's an eye for an eye type of spirit. The other reason is the Old Testament it says that God breathed and it was profitable. They talked about money, currency a lot in the Old Testament. It is a lot of prosperity and abundance work that is done in the Old Testament. How we know, because 2 Timothy 3:16, he was referring to the Hebrew Bible. And he was talking about how it was a money, abundance, and prosperity. I'm really giving y'all some really good tools and gems with this for you guys to study and really implement in your work. It does talk about witchcraft in the Old Testament, especially in Leviticus. Leviticus was the fuck out. Yeah, it did. It did. Anybody have any questions so far? I got a lot of shit to do. We haven't even gotten into Genesis yet.
Can you repeat the 2 Timothy again, please?
It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16.
Thank you.
You're very
I have a Hebrew Bible. Am I able to use that?
Absolutely. If you can read it, you know how to read it?
It's translated to English, but it's
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that's kind of not true a little bit, and I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of words don't translate into the English language from Hebrew.
Well, this one particularly was translated by Hebrews from Hebrew to English. Because there were they said some of the Bibles were translated by Greeks, and so the words don't translate properly, but they said this one particularly translated properly because it was translated by the Hebrews.
But Hebrews weren't the only one that wrote the Bible, though. Latin, some words, some things were Latin and stuff too. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Because there were so many different authors. Not saying that I'm disputing what you're saying, because I'm not. I'm just saying there were more than just Hebrew. It was Latin, it was Greek. It was more than just one particular author. That's why I say you have to kind of pick and choose what you use. I'm not going to go through every book of the Bible because every book of the Bible is not important to me. Like I said, there are 2 other authors. One of them is my godmother. I don't use everything that she uses. She don't use everything that I use. I think that Ruth and Boaz, that is some great fucking love work. If that ain't some fucking love work and some men conjuring type of shit, they don't talk about that. Esther, if you wanted to work a nigga, because what did Esther do? Esther was a Jew. And she was trying to save her people. You couldn't even talk to the king and she was married to him. So what did she do? She wined and dined him. She finessed his ass. Esther's very important in the Bible. They don't talk about that. I do. You know? I gotta go pee. Hold on, y'all. Y'all can take a break too. All that drinking. All right, we back. Well, I'm back. And I refresh my drink. All right. So when I talked about witchcraft in the Old Testament, I said Leviticus was out. 19 and 26, 19:31, 20 and 6, 6 and 27. Deuteronomy 18 verses 10 through 11. 1 Samuel 28, 7 through 20. 2 Kings 17 and 17. 2 Chronicles 33 and 6. And Malachi 3 and 5. I'll repeat that again for those and the people in the back. Leviticus 19 and 26, 19 and 31, 20 and 6, 6 and 27, Deuteronomy 18, 10 through 11, 1 Samuel 28, 7 through 20, 2 Kings 17 and 17, 2 Chronicles 33 and 6, and Malachi 3 and 5. Do you know that a worker has to be given the vision to see? Did y'all know that? What gives us the vision to see this? It says that a true test of a conjure worker is to know the scriptures and that an altar is not complete without a Bible. So while y'all going to all of these people and they talking about they conjure workers, and you look at their altar and they don't have a Bible and they don't have nothing up there, they're not no real conjure worker. Okay? We still ain't got to Genesis. This is just giving y'all the background of the Old Testament. Some ways the Bible are reflective in culture. You have the prayer candles, the 7-day prayer candles. You have the novena candles that contain prayers and images of the Catholic saints or patrons. And the next question is, what is a prayer? What is a prayer to you guys?
A prayer is your petition.
Your petition,
It's what
yeah.
you're asking for.
Anybody else?
I always thought the scriptures were prayers, or some of them, especially in songs.
They're called, they're the intercessor. They're the intercessors. They're what go in between. Those are what you, because what you say is like, well, say for instance, if you did it for Jacob, you do it for me. Those are what the scriptures are. They're like your backup. They're like your reference too, right? Well, if you did it for Ruth, when she found Boaz or when Boaz found her, why not for me? They're like that, you know, like that needed wording, that extra wording to kind of push what you're wanting along. Because since the Bible, since they say that the word cannot be void, it can't go into anything. It has to give something. Well, this is what we're using it for. These are what those scriptures are used for. Does that make sense, Melanie? Anybody else? Marla, you gonna say something?
To give thanks.
Yeah. And Nala, what about you, darling?
Oh man.
I can hear you, baby.
Oh, okay. I couldn't get my mic to click off. I kept tapping it. I was taught too that prayer was just simply conversation as well.
Yeah, it's like invocation.
Communicating that we were taught that in order to see God is not just this far away. Yeah, but like conversation and that you put your
Yeah, it's like an invocation. It's like if you're inviting it in, you're as an intercessor.
Ask for things, but also when you ask, consider it done. Like you don't have to keep going back asking for the same thing.
Yep, she's dragging, but yes, Nama, that is correct. Question: what does a saint serve? The saints, the Catholic saints, what do they serve? What is their purpose?
I know in the Catholic religion, a lot of times, growing up, we used to, and I'm not Catholic, but we used to go and they would make us pick flowers and bring flowers to Mary. And I would always ask, because I was raised Baptist, why am I bringing flowers to this statue? And they said, because in your prayers, she would take your prayers to God. But, you know, being Baptist.
Right. So what the saints serve, they serve as a mission to present it to the divine. That's where we get into, you're using the divine's energy and not your own. Remember when we said we're talking about spell work, you're using deities, you're using saints, you're using gods, you're using goddesses. It's their energy, it's their purpose, they present it, it's not you. That's why I always say, get in alignment with your stuff first.
Would the saints be something like the deities, or what is the difference?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's everybody. I mean, everybody doesn't use a deity. Some people, like I said, if you're wanting something to move and you want it to move in a way where you need to be unlocked, use St. Peter. St. Peter was the key. God gave him the keys to the heaven and the earth. Remember I said that earlier. So he's somebody that you can, there's saints that you can use if you want to sell your house. There's Saint Expedite if you wanting to rush onto something. I wanted a decision. This was about 3 years ago, because I've been in this house for maybe 3 years now. And I was looking for the house, not this house in particular. I wanted this other house. They had a swimming pool. And I was going to go see the house. So I was like, I'm supposed to light my Saint Expedite. I'm supposed to give him a piece of pound cake. I'm supposed to go on, and I'm supposed to go look at the house. But I need a decision today, right? Before I lit the candle and got in the car good, the man would start calling me with bullshit. I got to have this. You know how they be like, if they really don't want to give you the house and shit, they start fucking with you, got to have this. And I'm like, everything he naming off, I'm like, I got it. I got the financials. I got whatever you need, I got it. So when we get there, he's looking at us because he can tell Nakia, that's a black name. He didn't want to give us the house. So I wound up getting a house 1,000 square foot bigger. I ain't get the pool though. But St. Expedite gave me, he revealed it like that. And I was like, fuck, man, you didn't have to do me like that. I wasn't ready for this type of, you could have gave it to me a little bit smoother than this. He didn't have to be so rough with me, but it was quick. So all of these different saints and stuff that people use, they serve as a go-in-between. Their sole mission, and I want y'all to get this, saints, deities, goddesses, gods, their sole mission is to present it to the divine for you. That's their sole mission. That's why you do things to honor them, not worship, because we don't worship anything, because we are gods ourselves. And a God don't worship another God. But their sole mission is to present it to the divine. And that's for anything. That's why we honor them. It's the same thing with our ancestors. They're going beyond to elevate us in favor. That's why we honor them. You get that? That's why I tell you all to work with your personal power first before, who is my goddess? Who is my deity? Fuck all that. Who are you? What are you connected to? It just depends. And a lot of people don't even research. They don't even take the time to study. Oh, this thing work good. This lower work good. But you're not even, you doing it because you seen somebody else talking about, ooh, St. Expedite work good for me. Then you see St. Expedite did shit for the next person because they don't have a connection. You got to build a connection just like you have to build with your ancestors. So why not use your ancestors first? Right? Why are you using something? Your ancestor, this your bloodline, known and unknown. Their sole creation and point is to please and for you to be elevated and for you to be honored. All right, so now we're gonna go into Genesis. Like I said, I'm not gonna go through all the books, but I'm gonna go through the ones that are important to me. And I'm sharing my knowledge. Look at that big old ass judge LaTanya. LaTanya got problems. She is not dealing with her issues. That is too much wine. I am judging, and she's gonna finish that today. She normally goes through them one a day, and because she's stressed, she is not dealing with her. Look at that big old head. Now you would have been real classy with a box of wine. Now that would have been real fucking classy to pull out the little box wine. Now that would have been classy. She was like, "Oh, I forgot I was on camera." She's like, "Oh, I got everybody seeing my shit." And then she got the little bit ass cup and that big old ass jug. You had enough to give Monique. What Monique drinking? Water? Monique, you like you don't be drinking nothing but water and coconut oil. Look how shiny her skin is. She's like, I drink coconut oil. Make my skin look good. All right. We're going to talk about Genesis. There are 50 chapters in Genesis. What's the most known story in Genesis?
Adam and Eve.
Was Eve Adam's first wife?
No, Lilith
No.
was.
Lilith.
Why did he kick Lilith? Why he want Lilith?
Because Lilith wouldn't submit.
I'd rather be goddamn Lilith than
Any day.
Any motherfucking day. That is some weak ass shit there. Motherfucking Eve. And I don't even think that bitch made him take the apple. I don't even think that. I think he lied. I think he took it and he blamed her and she was weak and shit and she just let that shit go like that. I don't think that. Niggas lie. And I think the lie started with Adam. I think that these niggas been lying on these hoes for sin. I bet he ain't lie on Lily. I bet Lily will set his bitch ass on fire. I bet she set his ass on fire, motherfucker. Eve was like, well, if you just need to say it out. In my mind, that's how she talked. Ooh, Adam, Adam. Lily be like, what? He be like, you know what, bitch, you too aggressive. This ain't gonna work. All right, darling. Who's that then lifted their hand and asked a question?
Cherie, that's me.
Hi, Cherie, darling, with her. She got her afro picked out this morning. She was like, fuck a hat. I'm supposed to show you.
Yes, ma'am. I tried to get a hat, but I had issues, so I didn't get the hat.
That's all right. Your hair thick to the motherfucker too. I ain't mad at you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. But I wanted to comment on what you said about Adam and Eve, because I learned something several years ago. And in the Bible, it says, and we've been taught by society to kind of hate women and blame Eve for that bullshit that happened. But the truth is, if you go back and read, that nigga was standing there the whole time. He was with her and he never spoke up and said, baby, we're not supposed to do this. Baby, don't do that.
He lied.
He was there
since the beginning of time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
One for the team, and we've been taking one for the team every motherfucking since.
But that was weak. Don't you think that was weak for him to just stand there and not say nothing and then let her take the fall all that time? That's some bullshit, ain't it?
But don't y'all do that now?
We take charges. Just saying.
I'm the queen of it because I took one.
Yeah.
Baby, when I tell you if I could take that paper and ball it up and shove it down that motherfucker throat, I have him shitting out wood. But we do that now.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm telling you, when my ex-husband, the bitch he got the baby by, when she brought that little big head, big lima bean head ass little boy to my door, talking about what we supposed to do, bitch. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Well, what I'm supposed to do for money.
You should have told her you weren't fucking her.
I said, this is what I told her. I said, you probably want to write him and find out if he has some more money for you. But the money that was left here, this is for me. And I ain't fucking you. And I don't give a damn about your little bastard. So I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm going to close the door in your face. And the only reason why I'm giving you warning, because I don't want the power of me slamming the door, knocking your little boy down. So you might want to step back a little bit, because I'm going to slam this hoe hard. That was my response. And she was like, I was like, girl, get your ass out my motherfucking self when you get beat up. Because you a bold bitch to come to my fucking house anyway. You and this ugly little boy. And she was like, you going to hell. Bitch, you going to hell. You was fucking somebody else's husband. And he wasn't even looking out for you. Did you even know he was going to court? Did you even know he was in trouble? No. You're bad. But he financially, he provided for me so I wouldn't suffer while he was locked up. Now, clearly you weren't giving enough pussy. You should have sucked a little bit more. You should have gave him some more ghetto pussy. Then he would have what you was when he got locked up. But he didn't do that when he went to the feds. He made sure I was taking care of me. Not you. Me. So get the fuck out of my fucking yard before you get beat up and I'll push your little boy down. That's what's up. Somebody made a post about what if the man died and he left you money and the kids. That was my story. I didn't give them anything. And my ex-husband left me with his name. My husband had all. And he would get all checks. He left all of that shit to me. He didn't leave none of that to them. And I got checks until I divorced him, and then I turned it over to his mama. I still didn't give it to her. And I made sure when I put it in the contract that she couldn't give it over to nobody that wasn't his wife. So she's she got me fucked up. Y'all gonna always fuck a hoe. She's like, I'm gonna file your income. I'm gonna get your income. No, you're not. Because I've already got an attorney. His name ain't even on the birth certificate. So you can be. Now, who gave me all that information? I used Lily. That's the spell work I used. I used her when I was dealing with all of that, trying to clear stuff up because I needed her to get ahead of it, not behind it. And all she wanted was blood. That's in a different class. I would about the blood work when you're giving these deities blood and stuff like that. I'll teach it at the time. But anyway, back to Genesis. So the most known story was with Adam and Eve, right? I'm so tired of this. Okay, was Adam and Eve. And so if you notice, the Bible left out Lilith, and we all know why. I will tell you, if you look at chapter 1, verses 1 through 2, when you're wanting to take care of new opportunities, when you want to use the chapter with the new moon, you write out your petition for new things, because remember, this is the creation of the earth. This is the creation of something. So when you're wanting to start create a new task, when you're wanting to create a new job, new opportunity, you will use the first chapter 1 through 3. When you're wanting to take it on, you get you a white candle, or you can take a doll. You can take a doll, a voodoo doll, whatever you want to call it, a candle, because you know those figurine candles ain't nothing but voodoo dolls, right? Did y'all know that? The figurine candle is based off of voodoo dolls. That's why they're shaped like men and women.
And they just burn down while your work is working, right?
Yeah, they're voodoo dolls. So what you would do is you could take some dirt, because remember, and you got to collect the dirt during the new moon. But remember, we were created from dirt. So you will take the dirt, you will get you a candle doll, you get you some olive oil. Even if that's obtained in a new place to live, anything that's new, job, whatever, new opportunity, you're going to use that, because that's what he created. And you're going to work it for 7 days, because remember, he did it for 6 days, and then the 7th day he rested. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to burn that scripture. Yes, you need to get you a throwaway Bible, just like some of y'all had throwaway guns. Daniel, I don't know your journey and what you did. I don't know if you killed somebody, threw the gun away. I don't know. That ain't my business. I'm just saying that Daniel, you know about throwaway stuff. I don't know what that means. It's the Spirit is telling me you know how to get rid of some shit. I don't know, Daniel. I'm not judging you. Look how you're smiling, because you know what I'm talking about. I don't know, but the Spirit is telling me that Daniel know how to get rid of stuff. So, so what you would do is you would get you literally need a throwaway Bible. This is a cheap Bible that you can get from the dollar store. This is not the one that you will study and work out of. This is the one that you turn scriptures out of it. Okay? You're not gonna go to hell. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen to you because you tore a scripture out the Bible. It's just a book, y'all. It's just a book that we don't even know who I wrote the motherfucker. Okay? It's just a book. And so you're gonna get you a throwaway Bible where you're gonna take out what you need. You're gonna burn it. You're gonna get some dirt during the new moon. You're gonna have your dog. The dog could be anything. Remember, the color is representation of what you're trying to do. But remember this: if you don't have all these different colors, what color is always universal? White. It's always universal. And if you can't get a dog, it's okay. You can just use one of those thick ass white candles, not the taper candle, but the bigger, thicker white candle. Same thing. You'll carve your name in it. You'll put your date of birth in it. You'll take that scripture, some of that dirt and that olive oil, you'll roll it all in there so it's covered all the way. And then you will read that scripture. So that you take your regular Bible. You'll read that scripture for 7 days. So you'll burn that candle a little bit. You'll put it out, snuff it out, don't blow it out. Burn it a little bit for 7 days. Y'all gonna have to learn how to do y'all long work. A lot of people think that this work is just one day, you do it one time and then that's it. No, some of this work is 3 days, 5 days, 15 days. Do you know a good separation spell is 14 days? It's not overnight. It ain't no, I did it last night, now they're gonna be, no, baby. You're doing them because you're gonna separate them a little bit at a time. Because you want it to stick. So it ain't no overnight. You understand? It ain't gonna be overnight. So when you're doing new work, Genesis, the first chapter, is always awesome for that. If you want to do love work, remember when Adam and Eve met? That is love work. That's chapter 2, 7 through 25 in Genesis. You need Adam and Eve root. You need Adam and Eve oil. You need a little dirt. You need a red female candle, or white, or a red male candle, or white. And you're going to read the chapter all over the dogs. And when you burn them, you're speaking it into them. And you're putting them as close as you can. And then you're going to separate them. And then every day, for the next 7 days, you're going to move them closer and closer. Let's get closer and close. Yeah. Closer than close. Y'all remember that song? Okay. But that's what you would do in Genesis. You can do new work. You can do love work. You can also do cleaning work, foot washing work, cleaning your house, humbling the spirits of your house. No, crossroad dirt to use. No, you will not use that. Just regular dirt that you collect on the new moon for Genesis. Remember, Genesis is the beginning. So you can only use Genesis during what? The new moons, because it's the beginning. Genesis is the beginning. So if you're wanting to start over in a new relationship, a new job, and you want blessings in it, or maybe your house is in hell and you're trying to get it in order, Genesis 6, 17. Now, yeah, Genesis 6, chapter 17, and then chapter 8 and verse 12. You get you some Florida water, you're going to read it, you're going to burn those chapters in the Florida water, and you're going to spray your house down. Or you're going to pour it in your tub, pour it in a tub or something, wash the walls, wash the floors, all of that.
Can I put the scriptures in the blue water?
Mm-hmm.
The blue ball,
yeah, you can know the anvil ball and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do that as well. In an anvil ball, it's just a little bit.
All right, thank kind of.
They just the little blue balls.
Can you repeat the Genesis time for me, please?
Yeah, you can do 6, Genesis 6 and 17, and Genesis 8 and 12.
Now, if you don't have, say you don't have the Bible just yet to rip out pages, can you write them down and then do it that way?
The rule of thumb, you have to use the Bible. That's the whole point of the Bible. It's not
Okay.
written down. It's not printed off the computer. The power is in what?
The Bible. Okay.
So I wouldn't, I mean, y'all can do what I want to. Y'all can do what y'all want to anyway, but I just wouldn't. I would make the investment. Because you're not going to use all the scriptures at the same time. This motherfucker full of them. You know what I'm saying? If you're wanting a second chance, actually, if you're wanting a blessing, you can call down a blessing. If you're seeking a blessing, like God blessed Noah in Genesis 9 through 11, a white candle, some Florida water, you know, you'll read it all over the house. You'll rub the candle, the white candle, which is encased with the glass, all over you, and you'll read the scriptures and then burn the candle. That's like for 6 days. If you notice, all biblical work or using the Bible work, it's nothing fast. You know how like some spells, you do that, then you done? Well, anytime you're using the scriptures and the Bible work, it's always a slow work. If you're wanting a second chance, maybe you got into some trouble and you want a second chance, you just want to make it right. Just like Abraham saves Lot, and he does that in chapter 14 and 15. He asked for favor and Lot received it. That's criminal case work too, justice work. You can use Genesis 14 and 15. You can get you a white candle. If you notice, a lot of it is just a white candle. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. This is powerful enough if you do it the right way. Again, back on foot washing, you can also use 18 verse 4. It's mentioned about foot washing. It was the first time that the Bible actually mentioned foot washing. If you want to do some protection work using Genesis, you can use a black encased candle or a white candle. You can dress it yourself with protection oil or invisible oil. You can write what you're needing protection from. You can also make it a jar. You can take chapter 19, verses 6 through 11, burn it into ash, place the ash in a protective oil in a candle or over a candle after reading it. Or you can put it in a jar and burn tea candles over it. That's a good protection, and it's also something that you can put on your altar too.
You said 10 candles?
Just one. Just one.
Can you repeat the scriptures for the foot washing?
I was telling you with the foot washing, chapter 18, verse 4. It was the first time that it was mentioned in the Bible.
Okay. Nice.
For the jar, you said to burn the ashes and put them in a jar, or just put the scripture in the jar?
No, you always burn the ash. You always burn the scriptures. Always. Always. You will notice that a lot of the lettering won't burn. It'll just turn into ash, but you'll still be able to see the wording on it. Why I told you guys that Moses was so important in the Old Testament. Moses is like a deity himself. Moses is like a deity himself. He was the greatest and best known conjurer if you study Exodus. Exodus means what? It means to exit and departure. So why he was so important? Because he was chosen. And he went through a lot, right? Exodus is the chapter that you use for uncrossing, reversal work. Who knows the story about Moses?
He was abandoned by his mother
And what else?
and was found by I think it was Pharaoh's sister,
Mm-hmm.
and he was raised in he was actually raised as royalty until I guess he found out that he wasn't royalty and kind of rebelled against the crown, I guess.
And then what made him so special?
He also had a stuttering problem, right? And he was very like shy to speak, and so Aaron was often the person who would speak for him in a lot of cases.
But what did God do for him? Nala?
I was kind of responding to the other part. He was chosen after he fled from the house of Pharaoh, because he committed murder. He was special from birth because boys were being executed that were Jewish in slavery. So his mother hid him. She didn't want to abandon him. That's why his sister would watch over him and kind of ushered in for him to be raised by the princess, by the Pharaoh's daughter. So he grew up in the house of Egypt, learning magic, learning everything they knew.
Another reason why Moses is so important too is because he sets the example. Didn't he go through a lot? So a lot of times people ask, why do I go through so much? Well, sometimes when you are chosen and when you are different, and when you are the one that breaks the curse or that breaks the seal of your generation, of your bloodline, then it bees like that. And Moses was no exception. You know, chapter 3 being chosen, why we ask who we are, why the path. Chapter 3 literally, when it talks about in Exodus, it's remember the burning bush. Remember, he chose to show himself during that. That's why literally the Abrahamic law became so suffice because of Moses and everything that he did. Remember, they talked about magic in Exodus. Remember, they had the people that came up against him to see, well, if your maker is this, well, can you do this? And then he did that, and he took a rod and made it part the Red Sea. If that ain't magic, I don't know what the fuck that is. Mm-hmm. So if you ever want to ask God, why am I so important? You're talking about self-love and self-worth and self-value. Get into the 3rd chapter, verses 13 and 14, when God is giving Moses his name and his power. Sometimes we need to call that down to us. So that's a really good chapter. When you need to remove some blocks in your life, chapter 3, verse 18 through 20. An orange or a brown candle, when you are requesting his help, you do it for 3 days. You'll read into it for 3 days. When you want to do uncrossing work in Exodus, chapter 6, verse 5 and 8. A black candle, it will do. Protection work, a black candle, verse 11, 6 through 8. When you're needing victory over an enemy, you will use chapter 15, verse 1 through 19. You need a candle, some doom or hex and oil, and you're going to work it for 5 days. You're going to feed the candle just a little bit of oil in that scripture for 5 days. Now, for those, when you are working on days like that, you can make a copy because you ain't going to get 5 Bibles. You know what I'm saying? You can make a copy and burn that. Moses further studied. Moses was buried by God. God was with him. Moses to the very end, even burying him in a secret place. Moses lived to be 120, and he was completely healthy. He wasn't blind, he could hear, he could see, he was completely healthy. Deuteronomy said that his eyes were not weak nor his strength gone. So if you ever want to do a healing spell, what you gonna use? 34 and 7. With all this stuff that's going on, this a great time to use that type of healing spells.
Mama Duchess, I have a question.
Sure.
You said for the healing spell, use 3, 4, and 7.
34 and 7.
34 and 7. Okay, because
is that Deuteronomy or Exodus?
Exodus.
Exodus. Okay. If my mother-in-law is still in the hospital, sick, I wonder if I could use that for her.
Absolutely. A blue candle and some healing oil. And you'll work it for 7 days.
And I can get the healing oil from you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's been in the hospital in New Orleans since the March 25th.
Oh my goodness, what's wrong with her?
She tested positive for the virus, and they can't clear her lungs. She's not making any progress, and I mean, I've lit a white candle for her, but I was gonna contact you because I was just like, I don't know what else I could do for her.
That can certainly help.
Yeah.
Leviticus, offerings that could be given. They talk about the offerings that you can give, especially when you're working with Moses in Leviticus. Offerings that could be given, like fire, chapter 1, verse 3 through 17, chapter 2, 1 through 9. It talks about offerings. It even talks about the red wine. These are offerings too that you can, yes. Look, I said red wine, people start picking up their glass. They were like, that's what I'm own it. Own it, Duchess. Own it. I'll take it. On there too. Also in Numbers, when you want to put a blessing on your children, you can use a blue or white candle, and you can use verses, chapter 24, verse 1 through 2. And if you want to do protection, Numbers is really good protection work on your kids. Stay in Numbers. Protection 23, chapter 23, and it's verses 23 and 24. And you will read and work there for like 7 days. I also want to tell y'all some biblical foods with healing properties that when you guys are using the Bible or you're using scriptures, these are good offerings that you can offer for that work, okay? The first one is olive and olive oil. And I'm going to give you the scripture with that. It's Deuteronomy 6, and it's verse 10 through 11. And he said that these were sacred in the culture. They anointed the kings and the priests with the olive oil. If you don't have any kind of oil, baby, no blessing oil, no healing oil, no protection oil, no love oil, you can always use olive oil. I tell you all the time, get you a small little blue and white candle. You want to know the truth about a motherfucker? Get you a blue and white candle and some olive oil. It is all the fuck you need. You put that person's name on the blue, your name on the white, and you ask for it to be revealed to you. Boom. With some damn olive oil. See, a lot of us think that we have to have a lot of products and stuff like that. And they all have properties that work and aid, but sometimes you are your everything. You are your energy. You are your, your manifestation. The next thing is pomegranate. Pomegranates are exceptional when you're doing work, if you're using the Bible for hoodoo work. And she said, I just did this, it works. Yes, Dee Dee, absolutely. I wouldn't tell you if you didn't. Pomegranates, it talks about pomegranates in Deuteronomy 8, verses 7 and 8. Wine and fermented grapes, the red wine. May he kiss me with the kisses, his mouth, for your love is better than wine. And it was, that's a good love offering That's Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 2. That's a really good to add to your love working. Flax in Proverbs 31, 10 through 13. Sprouts, grain, bread in Ezekiel 4 and 9. Raw goat milk. This is good for prosperity work offerings, y'all. And it's in the Old Testament. Proverbs 27 and it's verse 26 and 27. If y'all get some lamb's blood, now I didn't say go kill no lamb. A lamb is nothing but a young sheep. I did not say go do that. Keisha, well, I found a lamb. I didn't say, I'm not asking nobody to be slaughtering nothing. I did not say that. But if you just so happen to find somebody got some lamb's blood, now I'm not saying I can get it. But I can get it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, motherfuckers call me and be like, hey, I got some teeth. I'd be like, well, who mouth they come out of? I mean, how many you selling? Shit. I buy, but who they come from? I get called up and be like, I got some ashes, real human ashes. Somebody, yeah, he was a good dude. Bitch, did you just call out the well, how he look? What he do? I might use it. Who was it? What kind of nigga was it? Send me a picture of him. Let me see. How he died? Girl, he got shot and killed. You know what? I might take a little bit. You selling all of it or the half? Or you selling a spoonful? What you selling, bitch? I might could use them. Well, people come to me. I be having the weirdest shit, you know. I had a bitch tell me from Mexico, I can get you some fingers if you want. Bitch, how is you gonna smuggle some? I'll give it to you if you want it, Duchess. I'm not saying I don't want it. I'm just saying that's some weird shit. I fuck with it though. I fuck with it. If it's some weird shit, you know. What olive oil? Just the regular virgin. You know, what some of y'all ain't been in 30 years. Look at y'all with their hat on. Ooh, Lord. I don't know the last time.
What were the candles? What were the candles that was used again?
Mostly for talking about the biblical foods and the healing properties of them. White candles. I mean, it's always very simple with them.
I thought you said something about some colored candles. I was trying to write that down real quick.
Not for this. Not for these.
Okay.
Now, we're just talking about offerings that you can give. Bitter herbs is in Exodus 12 and 8.
Mama, you skipped the lamb's blood.
Oh, I mean, you know, Exodus 12 and 11. But y'all get some lamb's blood and y'all get it from me, I'm gonna be mad. No. But you can always go to the butcher though. If you know like a real life butcher, not the grocery store butcher, but a real life butcher that got like you can get some of everything up in there. Like when I'm gonna do my I haven't did any rooster feet or chicken feet in a long time, maybe 2 years. And I called the butcher here and he was like, how many you need? And I was like, give me like 50. And he was like, come up for Wednesday. So I'm gonna go up to Wednesday and I'm gonna get some rooster feet, chicken feet, and I'm gonna fix them up and design them and make them pretty. And the lamb's blood is used as an offering too. Remember how they would make it fun if somebody put the lamb's blood on y'all door and the coronavirus won't come to. Same thing. That's what they're talking about. Same thing. Vegetables, if you guys are wanting to really fast and clean your system out and you want to do it the biblical way, they did it with vegetables. And also raw honey. Raw honey in the Bible, it ain't just for Oshun. Well, one of the Oshuns. The Bible called it liquid gold. And one thing you do not do with honey, y'all don't ever burn it, okay? Never try to burn it. That's even like on candle work. You know how you put honey all over the candle, then set the candle on fire? Don't ever do that. Don't ever do The book of Joshua. If you guys are wanting road opener work and crown of success work, the book of Joshua. And it's only one thing that I use out of Joshua, but you can use the whole book. But one thing I use is chapter 1, and it's verse 4 through 9. And it says that he promises success and all things being added. Okay? That's why I use it. Somebody find Joshua first chapter verses 4 through 9. Somebody find it for me.
Got it.
Your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon, and from the great river, the Euphrates.
What else is he trying to read in this shit?
From the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates.
Who is that reading? About 100 people on this mic.
I thought you wanted someone to find it.
They are dragging. I don't know what type of demonic shit they are speaking, but that is not what I was asking for. Who got? Let me see who was talking, and I can understand them because whoever it was.
Can you hear me? I found it.
Who is this?
I find it.
I have it up.
Go ahead, Melanie. Go ahead and read it for me, baby.
Okay, so your territory will extend from the desert to Lebanon and from the great river, the Euphrates, all the Hittite country to the Mediterranean Sea in the west. No one will be able to stand against you all the days of your life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their ancestors to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Keep this book of the law always on your lips. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
Ain't that powerful? That is great road opening. That is great crown of success. What did he say? It's going to go from here to there. Didn't I instruct you on that? Didn't I already say that you already have that? You want to, isn't that powerful? That is powerful. I need to put that in my road opening kit. I need to do that. But that is powerful. Road opening, crown of success work. That's the most important part to me. Was that? Let me see something here. The book of Judges. The book of Judges, Samson is born. Everybody know the story about him, right? Who was Samson?
The strongest man in the Bible.
Where did his strength come from?
His hair.
So what you can do, some of y'all that got some hair that ain't bald. I'm probably gonna bless whoever hair this was. They be like, I just get blessings out everywhere. This is not your hair. Listen, when I tell y'all this spell word, this is not weave. It is not yours because you put it in. That's not what that means. It need to come out the root hair follicles from your shit. Okay? I have to say this. I don't know why I have to say this, but I have to say this. This is the best uncrossing work. If you are having quote unquote bad luck and you say, well, I just feel like somebody hexed me. Probably didn't. Probably your piss poor decisions. Let's just be clear. Nobody told you to fuck that nigga without no rubber. Then you got a baby by him. He don't want to take care of him. Ain't nobody hates you. You just fucked a nothing ass nigga. Okay. All right. So to get the stench of this nothing ass nigga off of you, and so that you can move forward, this means don't clear this off and then go back to the nigga thinking that something has changed. That is a fool. All right. So with this uncrossing work, what I'm going to tell you, please listen. You're going to have to take some hair out your head. Bloop, bloop. Not the weave. Somebody, that ain't nothing. I could just take some strands from this. You're going to bless whoever hair this is. If it's human, if it is mixed, if it's master mixed, or what's that synthetic shit? Master mix, whatever. That shit ain't either. Oh, look at Natalie. Master mix. What's that? Oh, okay. Natalie got her own hair. She don't know. But everybody can't afford no $600 bundles. Some of them have to get the master mix. The shit shiny as fuck like plastic. But anyway, you don't want to use that either. You know, this is not my hair, so I'm not going to use my hair. But I will use this shit underneath, okay? I've had to do that. Take some scissors and cut some shit. Human synthetic blend. Thank you, Morgan. She would be the motherfucker that country ass hat on. That's the country's hat I done ever seen. Morgan high. Morgan high and drunk. Morgan is high and drunk. You ain't smoked nothing today, Morgan? Morgan normally would bless us with several different types of paraphernalia. You will see her with the pipe. You will see her with the pen. You will see her with the blunt. You will see her with, you be like, I've been on this motherfucker 2 hours and I done seen this girl, she be eating a cookie. You just, Morgan will bless your eyes with all the drug paraphernalia. Morgan's one of my apprentices. We have class, you see Morgan get up, you think she went to go pee. She come there, she got a pen and she didn't hit that bitch. She get up another minute, she done rolled a whole blunt while I'm teaching. And then she done smoked it. Then she get up again and now she got a pipe. I'm like, how high are you gonna get tonight, Morgan? How are you absorbing any of this information, Morgan? How? And be remembering the shit too. What kind of brain you got? Look at Daniel, he probably eating a weed cookie now. Look at him, he like, oh. So, oh, yeah. I see you, I'm back off now. You might well come on back. Y'all be higher than the motherfucking nanny go. Oh, y'all be tickling me. All right. With this spell work, you have to use your hair. I have to stress it, not the synthetic blend or bundles, but your hair. So what you will do is you will write a petition and you're going to place it in the Bible of in the book of Judges, chapter 15, verses 10 through 17, and you're going to close the Bible. You're going to take that Bible and you're going to wipe yourself from head to toe while praying that God remove any cross condition that's on you. You would take a white candle and you repeat the same process. You do not dress the candle. You just light the candle and you pray chapter 15, 10 through 17 over it for 3 days. What did I just say? You're going to write your petition. You're going to take some of your hair and you're going to place it in the Bible in chapter 15, verses 10 through 17, and you're going to close that Bible. You're going to take that Bible, you're going to wipe it all over yourself from head to toe, and you ask it and praying that everything be removed, any cross conditions on you. You would take the white candle, do the same thing. You're going to repeat the process. You will not dress it. No oil, no herbs. What I say? No oils, no herbs. Mahogany is sitting on that couch over there like she ate and shit. Because I don't know what the fuck. I saw her eating earlier, y'all. She's sitting back there. She's going to be the main one. What herbs you say? Going there, uncrossing in the judge. And I'm be like, you know what? This is why I get upset. It's going to be Mahogany. Why? She going to class. That's what she going to. Hey, and then tag me, which is going to piss me off. Hey, remember in class when she said in the book of Judges, you need some hair and what all and herbs? She said, I didn't say a herb or oil. So I'm just saying this because I know Miss Carol going to be the one. Mahogany Carol going to be the one. She's over there eating, she was half asleep. That bitch had a whole plate. I seen it. She ate a whole plate while I was teaching. Yeah, I ain't just to say nothing. The dog looking hungry, looking at it and shit. She ain't fed the dog shit.
Now, Mama, you just need a couple pieces of hair, right? You don't, not a lot.
So much for stress in that shower, because shower be the one time I done took a whole plug out my head, and then I still feel crossed up. And my head burning, because she done snatched it from the roots. I know, Jennifer, they special, ain't they? Miss Turner, they special. Yeah, I'm glad Shara asked that, because she'll be mad. I got a whole plug out my head that I took out my head because you said that, and you ain't said nothing. Thank you, darling. That question was for her, y'all, because she was my girl. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to go on, and I'm already feeling good, so it ain't going to hurt that much. I'm going to take me a plug out my head. Shit, I need this uncrossing word, because y'all. No shower, baby, just a couple of strands, darling. Don't. And be talking about girls like a whole little plug back there. That's how you grow it back. You know what? And the reason why I do this is because I taught somebody how to do a love jar. And I said, make sure y'all get a part of his element, get something of his element. This bitch took the bullets out of his gun. And y'all remember that? Some of y'all that's been with me for a while, she took the bullets out of his gun, 2 of them, put them in the jar, shook that motherfucker up. It was a love jar. She didn't want them, she wanted to bind her to him, to death do us part. He pistol whooped their ass with that same goddamn gun outside her car. And then she had the audacity to inbox me to my, you didn't say that was gonna happen. I was like, what are you talking about? I use his bullets. Why? And I was shaking him up 3 times a day. Oh, you really shook the shit up. You really want him to beat your ass? Talking about my face all banged up. This my fault? So you couldn't take a t-shirt, bitch. You couldn't take the underarm of his t-shirt where he sweat. You couldn't cut a piece of drawers out. You had to go and get some fucking bullets from his gun. I'm sick of y'all. This is why sometimes I ain't like, I be like, you know what? I ain't teaching another motherfucking class. I'm just be like everybody else. I'm just gonna make videos. I'm not gonna do readings no more, because y'all make my nerves bad.
Please don't do that.
All right, the next one is justice work. You can also use the Book of Judges, the Book of Judges. You get it? For lawsuits, criminal case work. In chapter 16, Delilah found Samson's secret, and he was taken prisoner, and they put his eyes out. So verses 27 through 30, Samson screams for justice because they took his sight. Now, this one is hard work, and it should not be done just because somebody pissed you off, because this is justice being served. This is a harder work. Who raised their hand? Yes, darling.
Me, Auntie. You mentioned the Book of Judges is good for lawsuits and criminal casework. My son passed away in an on-the-job accident about 2 years ago, and I've got a lawsuit right now ongoing against the company that he worked for.
Oh, this will definitely help you.
Ma'am?
I said this would definitely help you. Definitely.
They trying to say that he took himself out, but OSHA found them in all kinds of violations, safety violations, and my baby didn't have no safety gear or nothing on. And this company been getting away with this for years. And it took, I guess, my son losing his physical life and me standing up and opening a lawsuit against them. And they're fighting it. They're fighting, and it's really hard.
Great. This would be great for you to do.
Now, can you use this for protection for somebody who's incarcerated? Or would you just do regular protection?
I would do regular protection, because now you're questioning if they're guilty or not. Because some justice work won't work if they're guilty. I have other stuff for that. And unfortunately, it won't work for them. Like, this won't work for them.
Okay.
Because if they committed the crime and they are guilty of it, it won't work for them. You have to have clean hands. And with this work, you can't just do it because somebody pissed you off. Because remember, we don't put energy into everything, and certainly not something like this.
What's the scripture again?
I'm just to go through it. All right. So like I said, in chapter 16, we saw that Delilah found Samson's secret and he was taken prisoner and they put his eyes out. So in chapter 16, verses 27 through 30, Samson screamed and he wanted justice because they took his sight. This is a very hard work and it should not be done just because you feel someone has kind of like made you mad. You should only do this if you have a good reason to. If you don't have a good reason, don't do it. Because the setup you use works like a cross. Like you alternate your two candles, you will have 2 red and 2 purple to set up like a cross, like 2 crosses, okay? You'll also use a black 7-day candle. I personally don't place a name in the wax on the vigil, just write to those who wrong me. Okay? This way you don't hit the wrong person with this work. Okay? So you address the black candle with olive oil. You will hold the candle high in front of you. And you will call on to the divine in a strong voice. You will light the cross setup. And on each candle, you will write, justice will be served. You will light the black candle. You will pray 16 verses 27 to 30 over the set 3 times. And you will repeat this daily until the vigils have burned out. Again, like I said, when it burn out, I don't know. That's on you and how fast you're doing your work, okay? But that's some serious work, serious work. Now, I'm going to talk about Ruth a little bit, and I also want to talk about Esther a little bit. Remember, love work is a great work. What is the story of Ruth? Anybody? If you know your shit dragging, don't be talking and be like, yeah. Like, if you know your shit dragging, don't, please. Hi, Ashley and Ashley's sister. Anybody? It's only 4 chapters. Look at y'all. Oh, shit. Let me find it real quick. Look at Daniel. Oh, let me see. Shit. Let me find it. Anybody?
Ruth was out in the field working when she found. Is that Ruth or is that Esther?
That's Ruth.
Ruth, okay. Ruth was out working with her mother or somebody like that.
Okay. Let's go back. What is the story of Ruth?
Ruth is the story of a woman who was widowed, and her mother-in-law helped her basically find another woman, kind of set her up to meet Boaz, and kind of taught her what to do.
But y'all missing a good point. Why was she so important?
My understanding, she's like the start of the lineage for Jesus.
Well, yeah, but what else? What else? Why was she so important? Y'all made me open it up. All right.
She's a symbol of abiding love and devotion.
True. But why was she so important? All right. So the reason why that Ruth was so important, first of all, she was important to Naomi because she didn't want to leave her. And she could have. Naomi didn't have any more sons. She literally told her, I don't have any more sons that's gonna come from my womb. So you stand with me. Because what would happen in the biblical days was that if you were married to a brother and the brother died, then that other brother would take on, you would marry the next brother or the next brother. Now, I'm so glad that ain't true today because my husband brothers ain't shit. Not neither one of them. Not the middle one, and damn sure not the baby. My husband is the oldest. And I got the best one. Do you hear me? The baby ain't shit. And the middle brother, he half crazy. And he damn sure ain't shit. Girl, I run away too. I would leave the land than to marry one of them other niggas. I would leave the land. Well, anyway, the reason why she was so important because she didn't want to leave her. So if you are needing healing work between you and your mama, you can use Ruth, the first chapter, verses 6 through 15. If you wanting to heal the relationship with your mother, for those who want to do that, you can use that because she didn't want to leave. If you want to heal and repair, a pink candle, some virgin olive oil, because y'all need some innocence. And that could heal and repair the relationship. I hope I'm using this Old Testament to really give y'all some good gems. I hope y'all are enjoying this. I've never taught this class before, and I just want to make sure that I won't go through Psalms because you can get the book of Psalms for that, and I won't go through Proverbs either because that's kind of, self-explanatory. But Ruth refused to leave. They arrived in Bethlehem, and Ruth started gleaning in the fields. And Boaz, he asked about Ruth. He was like, who is this woman? Who is this woman? And now Naomi was like, girl, I'm going to give thanks. Yes. Girl, he got money. Boaz probably ugly. They be trying like, he probably ugly. Girl, nigga with a whole bunch of money be ugly motherfucker. He probably ugly and shit. She in the field, and Boaz was like, leave some wheat out for her. So, leave a little bit for her. He was throwing her a little bone. You know what I'm talking about? He's seen and shit, throwing her a little bit of something. See, that's how y'all gonna remember. They're gonna be like, yeah, he threw her a little something. He threw a little something because he was interested in her. That let you know right there that you want a nigga to like do for you and shit, what you could do. Chapter 2. Verses 1 all the way down to 13. If you want a man to find attention, you want him to be taking a look at you, that come to me work, that communication work with a red candle, his name, picture, date of birth, burn all that shit, put it in there, feed the little candle every day. A little love and domination, all you trying to get his attention. This is good. If he finding favor, if you want to make your trying to mend your relationship with your husband, if he's good, not if he ain't shit, this will work. Now if he ain't shit, leave that alone. To my Boaz, he ain't never been motherfucking Boaz, girl, and he ain't gonna never be Boaz. This niggas ain't paid $30 worth of bills in your house, and you done spent $725 trying to bring him back. This ain't gonna work. Save your coins, darling. But if he's good and you trying to rekindle, y'all got that marriage all right, you can take some of that and put it all over that scripture. It's in chapter 3, and it's 8 through 13. If you wanted to like rekindle your marriage, if you wanted to make it stronger, this is a good thing for you to you can use that. And a red candle for passion and love.
Wait, which chapter you said?
chapter 3, and it's 8 through 13.
Miss Duchess,
Huh?
what would be a good scripture for healing relationship between a father and son?
You can use that too. You can use Ruth.
Okay.
Too.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Who raised the hand? Go ahead, darling. Go ahead. You raise your hand. You have a question?
Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I was on mute. I'm sorry. You were talking about the scriptures to strengthen a relationship, to strengthen a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
My situation is me and my old man been together 12 years, living together, but I'm legally married to somebody else. So if I was to...
That throat is busy. Go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
Thank you. But I mean, would it be wrong of me to do that for me and my man, even though he and I are not legally married? I'm legally married to someone else, but I want to...
the person that you're legally married to, not to the person that you with.
Oh, I don't want to strengthen nothing with him. I want to be done with him.
Well, then you need to get your divorce.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
That fro is too busy. You need to sit that fro down.
And it's all mine too, Auntie.
I got this nigga over here and this nigga over there, and both of them just no, sweetie. That's
but
why
I'm not.
when y'all do love work too. Y'all ever notice if y'all in a limbo with two people and you doing love work and both of them, it's working both of them. See, you can't tell the spirit to just do one. That's why when you do love work, with sometimes it brings up the exes, the past people, and you go, no, I wasn't trying to do it on them, but you just opened the door, the portal for love to flow in.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
Somebody that you're still connected to, they're gonna feel that energy.
Now he and I
started doing love work for one chick, and his ex came back. This was early on when I first started doing work. That's why I be telling you, don't be so quick to want to do work for people. Early on, one of the lessons that I learned, I was really working it. Really working it. Yes, Monique talking about she doing her self-love kit and the exes keep popping up. Yes, because you're opening up that portal. So anybody that you have a connection to, they gonna come. When I used to do work for my husband, the one I'm married to now, my ex would pop up. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. My friend be like, girl, guess what it's about you? I don't fucking know, and I don't fucking care, and don't fucking tell me shit else. I don't want to know nothing about that motherfucking belly ass motherfucker now. Don't tell me shit about that big veggie belly ass motherfucking light skinned Rick Ross ass nigga. Fuck him. I don't want no shit. Don't tell me a motherfucking thing.
So what would you do to remove them? Because that's...
You have to cut, you need to cut the cord. But the thing about cutting the cord, that you can be cutting the cord to all your love. Look at Morgan. She's like, oh no. Yeah, you can be cutting the cord to all your love. I've tried to do that, and I'm being very transparent and honest. I tried to do that, and it caught me and my husband start arguing. And I put that shit right on out and buried. Because I've done work on all my husbands. Oh, you fuck with me, you gonna catch this word. If you penetrate my pussy, you have just penetrated the magic, motherfucker. And you got it now. And ain't no takebacks, nigga. I got the same nigga that I was in when I was in love when I was 16. I'm 41 years old. That nigga still be. I was just thinking about you. Ain't thinking about shit. Get your ass back over there with Ugmo. Gone. That bitch, she draw her eyebrows and bitches all on her motherfucker, touching her goddamn baby hair. Gone, go back over there with her. Gone on now. Gone with eyebrow. All this. That shit, and it's under her fucking natural line. She draw them bitches away. You know she don't let nothing go because ain't nobody do their eyebrows on since what, 97, 98? You know she don't let nothing go. Now you go right back over there. We good. This nigga speak to my husband. He friends with my husband's brother just so he could see a connection to me. He seen my husband at the muffler shop. Hey, how you doing? Ain't that a bitch? I wouldn't even talk to him. I told Damon, why the fuck is you talking to him? Fuck him. I wouldn't even talk to him. Get on. But that's my fault. I did work for him I did work on him almost a decade. So he can't really help himself, poor thing. I talk just as bad to him. All of them. I'm like, what the fuck you want? Man, don't, why you gotta handle me like that? Fuck you, go on. Man, ain't nobody trying to like, be away from you. Nigga, I'm married to somebody else. And I'm gonna love you for the rest of my life. Shut the fuck up. Go back to drawing eyebrows. Go over there, because she still draw her shit on. She ain't let that shit go. Go on.
Yeah, because it seems like the worse you talk to them, the more they keep, because I'm working the self-love kit too. And it's like, how you find me on WhatsApp? How you find me on Twitter? How did you get my email? Why are you calling my business line? Like, where did you come from?
That love work, when y'all start doing self-love, anybody that is connected to you in any kind of emotional, because remember, when we sleep with people, they become soul ties. And it's hard to let the motherfuckers go. Because now you can affect today. Because most people, be honest, you didn't either fuck somebody on their period or you done been fucked on your cycle. That is a natural, unbeknownst connection that you are connected to them people. And some men eat your pussy while you're on your period. He was like, "Are you passing blood clots?" I was like, "Did you just ask me that?" I was gonna eat your nigga. I don't want you having the red wings today. You know that's what they call the red wings when you go, yeah, because it be the okay. Never mind. Well, my point is, if y'all take that blood working class, I'm going to go a little bit into detail about the DNA of that and talk more about the soul tie and stuff like that. And then Simoise is going to teach about it. And he's going to teach like the Haitian side of it, which I really love that. I'm glad he finally decided, because he going to be wanting to be teaching y'all. Because he going to be like, I don't want them having access to a video like that. Now, I'll be like, boy, if you don't calm down, people can be recording you. You don't even fucking know it. You better calm down. But anyway, I'm going to tell you why Ruth is so important. A lot of people don't think that, but she is. There are generations, right? So the fairies beget Hazaron. Hazaron beget Ram. Ram beget Aminadab. Aminadab beget Nahshon. Nahshon beget Solomon. Solomon beget Boaz. Boaz beget Obed. And Obed beget Jesse. And Jesse beget David. That's why when you are doing love work, it is so fucking powerful to use Ruth and Boaz. Now, if I ain't gave y'all no other gem, like real shit for love work, I just gave y'all something there. Because he loved her. And he's also the ancestral to King David. And what did God say about David? That he was after his own heart. King David is powerful. King David's scriptures in High John the Conqueror root, that'll get you out of fucking damn near anything. In Samuel, let me see. In Samuel, like David and Goliath, that's like victory work. I don't really use Samuel for anything, but because we in the Old Testament, I'm gonna tell you how to work them. In 2 verses, 2nd chapter, verses 1 through 10, Hannah prayed about her enemies. and her heart rejoiced because she ate her enemies. My mouth is enlarged over mine enemies. So in chapter 4, the mighty men are broke down. And in 9, it says, no strength shall prevail. So no matter how strong your enemy is, you'll have victory over them. You're going to tear out chapter 2, verse 1 through 10 out of the Bible, and you'll write all my enemies known and unknown. You're going to get a purple candle. Purple is good for power. And you're going to call on King David and God to have victory. You will dress it with olive oil. And I'm talking about the book of Samuel. And you will repeat it daily. And I will tell y'all, Nehemiah is good for protection work. Nehemiah is in the Old Testament. And I'm trying to give you stuff that people don't readily talk about or that's available, and it's already 4:13. It's so much information. Protection work with Nehemiah. In verse 6, in chapter 6, verse 1, Nehemiah built a wall so strong that it couldn't be breached, that there were no gates or doors to be entered. So you'll place your photo between 2 mirrors with the mirrors facing outward, and you'll bind the mirrors together with red cotton string while praying verse 1. Then set up a row of red dressed candles, like 2 or 3. And you will have, and I'm gonna say 2. You address them with protection oil and a copy of the verse 1 placed in each one. And you will place your mirror pack behind those row of mirrors. You will pray this petition at noon. You got to do it at noon. Okay? At noon. So you guys will have access to this video to come back and look at it and stuff like that. So don't feel like, you won't, because you will. It takes me a minute to upload them because these videos be so long. But just like you got the email, telling you'll get the email to have access to it. But Nehemiah is really good for protection work. Esther is very good for getting stuff done, especially when it comes to a man. If you have a man that ain't willing to really give you his money, if you have a man that's not really willing to move to help you trust, she is in the book of the Bible to really help you get shit done. Let me go to Esther. See, this series right here, I got all these right here in my lap. See, I'm trying to give y'all some real shit. Talk about Esther. I'm not gonna go through Job. I'm not gonna do that. Job was full of doubt. He wouldn't. I ain't fucking with him. The story of Esther. So, where Esther got married, she was the king's second wife, right? And she was a Jewish woman. And so some trouble came in, and her family was like, bitch, I need you. We need your motherfucking help. You're going to have to go to the king. You're going to have to tell him they trying to kill us. You're going to have to tell him that you a Jew, because he didn't know that. And she was like, I married him. Y'all on y'all motherfucking own. I ain't doing that shit. I don't want to be involved in that. And I'm just, paraphrasing this shit. And so Hammond was like, yeah, I'm going to destroy the fucking Jews. And she was like, don't fucking destroy my family. Fuck, I'm going to have to talk to my husband. But she couldn't just go to him. She could only go to him when he wanted her to. That's why she's so important. So if you're trying to move shit, especially with your significant other, if you are trying to move stuff and you like, please, I need help. Because what did she do? She served a nigga dinner. She got him all liquored up and feeling good and wine and dine. And she was like, shit, all right, so I'm a Jew. I know you didn't know that, but this pussy good. Remember, you be hitting it. I be smelling good with my little frankincense and myrrh oil and shit. And they didn't rub my body down. Like, nigga, don't forget I give good head. Look, I got you. My family in trouble. You know, you think your boy Hammer good, he ain't. I need your help. And he was like, well, you do fuck pretty good and shit. And you know, in my mind, that's how I go. I know that ain't how but that's how I remember shit. It gotta be some more fucked up crazy shit. And I remember the whole fucking story. That's the only way I can. I know y'all looking like, this ain't the version of church I had learned about Esther. They looking like, I ain't see that part, wait.
I like your version a lot better.
Yeah, because you'll remember it. It sounds crazy, but you'll remember because it was some shit like that. And you remember, I'm going to tell you how to remember, because when you are Eastern Star, you have stars represent the women in the Bible and their story in the Bible. So you have to remember what they did, because that might be one of the questions that another sister might ask you. So in my mind, in order for me to remember the 5 points, the 5 women, the 5 stories that went along with them, I had to say, okay, Duchess' version of what happened. And so then I remembered it. It don't have to
I like your version better.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I like that better.
I think they cut his Hammer's head off, didn't it? And served it with dinner. Ain't that some bullshit? She had some fire. She was like, speaking of head. She was like, head. If you cut his head off, I'll give you head. He was like, Hammer, you
okay.
You are a dead motherfucker. You are out of there. So I'm literally telling you, chapter 8, all of it. I would use that. When you are trying to finesse your man, when you are trying to make sure, it is a lot of negative. I became associate matron. And my mother was an Eastern Star. Her mother was an Eastern Star. So it was legacy in my family for me to be an Eastern Star. And I was an Eastern Star in my early 20s. And I found that the integrity was gone. Everybody want to fuck everybody. There was no respect. It was too much for me. And I just didn't feel like I can't attach myself to stuff that just don't have integrity to it. Even when I was out there selling dope and all this shit that I was doing, I still had integrity, and I still took care of the people that took care of me. I always did that. And my husband makes a joke, and my godfather does too, Simoise. Oh, Damon told you was a queen pin. Nigga, stop telling motherfuckers that. Please. But the fact of the matter is, you gotta hold yourself to a certain standard. Even when I was doing my dirt, I still held myself to a certain standard. That's why people that know me back then, that know me now, they tell people nothing but they were like, man, Dutch did this, she did that. Like, they tell my husband's brother stuff about me that I don't even fucking remember about the shit that I used to do. To the point where his brothers look at me like, damn, you doing it like that? Because I never talk about it, but you don't know. It's one thing for people to talk about you when they talk about something negative. And Magickal Lady Duchess, let me be very clear. People gonna think what they want to think. But Nakia, can't nobody really talk about Nakia unless you was there. So that's why you could ask me, it don't bother me what anybody says about me, because they don't know me personally. They know me, they know Magickal Lady Duchess. But I don't run my brand like that. I don't run my business like that. I just believe in integrity. I believe that you have to do stuff in excellence. I really believe that. And sometimes that do wean people away. Because people think one thing about you, and then when they learn you on a personal level, then it's something different. But I take pride in everything that I do. And when I was an Eastern Star, I was a conductress. I used to lead you over. And I won't talk about too much of it for those who are not an Eastern Star. I won't do that. But I will lead you over. I would guide you while you were blind until you could see on your own. That's what a conductress basically does. And then I did that, and I became a associate matron. And they offered me from Houston, they offered me my own chapter. Because I left. They wanted me to continue it on, because when I left, 20 people left. And that whole chapter just collapsed. But I don't have the patience, time, nor the effort, because they don't even respect the fraternities and the sororities now. They don't. They talk about, they tell too much. And it's not a secret of society, but it is a society of secrets. That's just like, there's stuff that I teach in my apprenticeship that I would never teach openly for anybody else. I won't. There's conversations I'll have in my apprenticeship. Some of them, and Morgan is one of them. I won't even record it. Or if I am recording it, I say we won't have access to this video because I've just said some stuff that I can't let out. You know? So this is how even the Bible, there's certain things that unless you have a blood oath, I won't even teach you about the Bible. There are certain things, y'all think that this is really, what's her name, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and y'all think that stuff, some of that's very true though, but a lot of it is Hollywood. It's real conjuring work is you sitting at your motherfucking altar and you sweating and shit, and you really putting your energy into it. That you, real sacrifices of animals and stuff like that, that shit's true. And if you can't pluck chickens from a live motherfucking chicken and shit like that, this probably ain't even for you. Because you got to be able to take life and give it too. That's where the real and true balance come from. And a lot of people can't do that. They want the cookie cutter stuff. They want the, you know, if you do this 3 times, and then you do this, and no, that ain't it. That's sitting there with that goddamn beef tongue and chameleon and real shit, and taking a real rat and breaking that bitch down, busting that hoe down, put it in a box where you really want to rat somebody. You want them to rat themselves out. There's a class that me and Candela want to do about animal parts, because y'all know I do have like animal parts in my school and stuff like that. And he was like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I'm like, I know. Because there's just real, like a lot of stuff that you can't, you know, unless you blood oath in. That is very true. Do you know that once you take an oath, you can't light a candle for somebody, or light a match, or light a cigarette? Because fire is a what? Who knows?
It's a spirit.
It's a spirit.
That's right. So I can't give you a spirit. I can't light your cigarette for you. I can't, little stuff like that. And I know this has kind of gotten off the Bible, but at the same time, it has everything to do with it, because this stuff is real. A lot of people, they just, well, I tried it didn't work for me, but that ain't what that is. You got to really put some time and work in it. For y'all that get readings with me and be like, I'm ready to do, no, you need to heal first. Remember, y'all, your hands have to be clean. You cannot do work for people with dirty hands. What I mean by that? You have not done your shadow work. You still lying to people. You still being somebody else. You haven't really got to be in yourself. You haven't even dealt with your issues. You haven't even dealt with your triggers. I'm gonna be honest. Nala still in here? Is Nala still in here? Nala is one of my coven babies. I saw some shit that Nala was doing, and hey, you're not gonna do that no more. Not if you want to represent me. You want to be tied to me. It's people that'll leave my apprenticeship, they'll leave my coven, my group, because there's certain things I just won't let them do. Everything, you gotta put the time, the work, the energy. Y'all look at me laughing and me joking. That's just me finding my balance. I'm a dark motherfucker, y'all. And I literally have no conscience about anything. At all. I don't feel bad about shit. My kids will tell you, they say you one of the most emotionless women that I've ever met in my life. I know. But this is work. And a real high priestess, you better not care about nothing more than you care about the spirit. That's a sacrifice that you make. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that. That's why all that emotional shit, all that, I'm going to get this motherfucker. That's why I can't be in all these old crazy ass groups and shit. I'm going to hex you and I'm going to throw you in a jar. Y'all been to fuck around and kill y'all kids. I don't know why my baby's sick. Who do you think that unjustified work affect? You think it affects you? No, it affects the weakest thing that's close to you. It could be your mama. Your mama's sick. Don't nobody know why. You sitting up throwing work on this girl and you just mad and you doing it because you pissed off. Baby, I got this scripture. I've been ready I'm going to get her. What did I tell y'all? You don't use that just for anything. Believe it or not, this Bible work is the last option, y'all. It's not your first go-to. It's the last. Okay? Even in love, even in protection, because this is something else. This spirit, this Bible is how old? How old is the Bible? Anybody? Y'all can look it up. Y'all can Google. Y'all know y'all be Googling.
$2,700 years.
Ain't that some powerful shit? These words were written before you, your mama, your old mama, your mama's mama, her mama. Y'all see how powerful this is? This is why this Bible is so important. This is the key. This is a deep, defined connection to our ancestors. This right here. Ecclesiastes. If you are wanting to learn the meaning of life, everybody should study this whole chapter. It is not bad. It's not. It would change your view on how you live your life. I have read Ecclesiastes probably 100 times in my life. It will help you to stop taking shit so serious. It will help you to stop focusing and wasting your time. The first thing it says in chapter 1 is everything is meaningless. Out of all the shit that you'd have read, don't that kind of sum it up? Because at the end of the day, 100 years from now, all that shit you're going through with your baby dad and all that shit, will that really be important? I remember when I was in trouble and I was going to court, and this lady, she has now transitioned on. Her name was Miss Bernice. And Miss Bernice was an old church member from my old church that I was going through. And Miss Bernice used to be a panhandler. Miss Bernice used to be a whore, and she was a thief. Miss Bernice was 79 years old. She could steal. I would go to the home and sit with her because she would help me to get my mind right. I was going to court. That shit was scary. And I didn't have nobody to depend on. So I went to her and I would talk to her, and she said, baby, I remember the first time I stole out of a store. I was like, girl, that's the first fucking thing. But Miss Bernice taught me something. She said, I'm almost 80 years old. Everything I did when I was young don't even matter no more. Now do it. Don't that put a perspective on your life? All of this shit you worrying about, all of this, and I'm telling you this, so I want you to stop. You worrying about this, you worrying about that. And in retrospect, in 80 years of living, when you was 25 and that nigga cussed you out and you ain't never got over this, so every nigga that you meet, you cuss him out because you ain't gonna let him beat you. Is that really important now? Ecclesiastes is wonderful for this. You wonder, well, like, how do you think like that, Duchess? How do you think perspective? I think out of here. The first thing it says that everything is meaningless. Meaningless, meaningless, utterly meaningless. Everything is meaningless. What do people gain from all their labors at which they toil under the sun? Generations come and go, but the earth remains forever. That's why Wicca is important. That ain't dark. I'm a dark worker. You are everything worker, child. Shit. I digress. The last one I'm going to talk about is the Songs of Solomon. There's stuff in Isaiah. There's stuff in Jeremiah. We just ain't going to have time. I might make a post if I have time, and I'll email it to y'all for other stuff. I'm going to see. Or I will tell you that you can order from me the old style conjure book, her Biblemancy. She goes into hot foot jars and she works the Ecclesiastics too. You can get somebody to pay your money through Ecclesiastics. Somebody owe you some money. She says chapter 5, verse 1 through 4. So this is a good, she talks about some stuff that I don't talk about. She also talks about the mirror work in Ecclesiastics too. This is a really good, I tried to give y'all some really good reference material too. I tried to do that as well. But the Song of Solomon, he's the last one I'm gonna go to because it's like 4:30. This is love work. They were talking about eating pussy. Did y'all know that? They were talking about eating pussy in the Songs of Solomon. Have y'all ever read the Songs of Solomon? Man, you listen. Y'all need to hear my motherfucking version of the Song of Solomon. Y'all think I'm Zane in this motherfucker. Y'all be ready to, pussies be wet, dick be hard, be ready to fuck if I read Song of Solomon. I told you I have to remember this shit. Look at Daniel, yes. I told you my mind is filthy. I could turn anything filthy into about sex. But my mother, the reason why I know about the pussy eating part is because my mother told me ain't nothing in the Bible talking about nothing nasty. I was like, I beg the differ, sis. I could tell you. I was like, I don't read Songs of Solomon, but I was like, Mama, that's where everything sexual is. And I also do a lot of love work out of Songs of Solomon. A lot. You can read that and go have sex if you're trying to have a baby. And y'all think I'm playing. I'm not. If you're trying to do some fertility work, get into the Songs of Solomon. Look at Keonda. Oh no, honey, I don't want to do that. Look at Monique. Oh no, baby, I could pass that book. I don't need nothing about having another baby. Yes. Yeah, it's a honey jar that you can do with the Songs of Solomon. You can make a honey jar. You can sweeten your marriage with him. Get you a white handkerchief and tear chapter 1, verse 9 through 16 out the Bible. Get a photo of you and your spouse when y'all were happy. You got to use a photo when y'all were happy. It can't be like a selfie that he really didn't half-ass want to take and shit. It got to be when he was happy. I tell everybody when y'all first get in a relationship, take all the pictures because that's when y'all innocent in love. Y'all ain't really arguing all bad and you got to have it because you might need that shit later on. I know it might be kind of like cunning, but this the word conjure. Cunning. You got to be smart. You understand? That's where the word conjure come from. Conjure mean you're cunning. You're thinking. Y'all so happy I ain't thinking about all of that. First thing I do is, yeah, I'm gonna get these because I don't know if I'm gonna need them. He might start cutting up and shit, and I might need to go and put his ass in the jar while he's still in love when it's fresh and new. Y'all waited till now. He like, well, fuck you, and then y'all ain't talked in 3 or 4 days, and then now you want to do some work. If y'all are good and y'all are locked in and good, put the work in now. You always want to do it between the 6 and 9 months. If I ain't told you nothing else, I'm telling you that. You always want to do it between the 6 and 9 months because that's when it's good. Something about that year, seemed like it took you forever to get there. But something about that year, now y'all, you let them call you a bitch and stuff. Don't say you don't, because I can point some of y'all out that let your man call you bitches and stuff. Look, don't say nothing because it's about 50 y'all in this motherfucker and I can point y'all out. But you got to do it. That's when shit start hitting the fan. Hell yeah, that year. So you got to do this between the 6 and 9 months. I won't even do love work for somebody who ain't been together at least 6 months. Like if you 4 months into it, I'd be like, call me back in a couple of months. They be like, but Duchess, I need a nap. No, you don't even know who he is yet. 6 months, you still that's representative. That ain't the person. That's 6 months is representative. Yeah. Yeah, he still ain't 40 really in front of you. You ain't did that yet. And you still swallowing your burps and shit. To my, you don't get real tea. Blah. And he like, God damn, you like, what? He was like, that was nasty than a motherfucker. I'm just replaying. or my husband go get in bed. I'm like, no, don't get in the bed. And because I fought it and I was trying to keep it undercover. And he was like, he was like, you too pretty to smell like that, baby. Now I don't know. He was like, you too pretty for that. I wish you stopped doing that in front of me. You sure made me look at you. You sure made me look at you different. I'm like, I'm sorry, Dad. No, I'm sorry, Dad. That shit stank. That now, hell no. I'm like, that's the dog. They on the floor. Stop playing. That was you. It happens. So anyway, to sweeten a marriage. This is not a relationship. This is a marriage. He needs to be paying $1,000 or more in bills. If your husband is not paying $1,000 more in bills, do not do this work. LaTanya, I'm not playing $1,000. Because if he is not paying $1,000 in bills, it ain't worth it. Save your money. Buy you a dildo or something. Put them out. Buy you some nice tubs to pack your shit nicely. Mahogany. Mahogany throw his shit out on the yard and shit. They go out there and help him pick it up. No, ma'am, Mahogany. We are not going to do that in 2020. We're not going to do that, Mahogany. Girl, fuck him. I threw his J's out there and you right out there with him picking the motherfuckers up. Don't do that, Mahogany. Carol. Look at Shaw drinking and shit. Look at her. She got a motherfucking mason jar and that goddamn hat. Boy, when I tell you that shit distracted the motherfucker. Woo! That was
have money on it.
Like, God damn it.
It's my prosperity hat.
Win. God damn it. She stuck some money on that ugly hat. You go, girl. You go, girl, with your mason jar. She looked like, yeah, I got some peas out there. I'm fit to go. Gotta go pick some peas. Morgan, you came in second place because baby, that hat there, Morgan, girl, you look like you sweet home looking. Morgan, between you and Shy bought them hats right there. And I bet your big mama proud of the motherfucker when she wore that yellow hat, didn't she? Was she, Morgan? Don't take that one. You be like, girl, ain't nobody gonna even wear this old ugly ass hat. But you.
No, seriously, no. This is actually the hat that my granny didn't want no more. And she was like, here, yeah, I can take this shit. I'm not wearing this. And yeah, anything that she don't want, she just gives to us. She be like, hey, I'm not using this shit. You can have this. You want the table, you can have this. I'm not using this shit. So right along with the hat, she just passed it over.
These books, any book by Mama Star, her books are $26, but I will say they are definitely worth it. She's 60-some years old, and she has really elevated my magic. We were already like very similar, but she does stuff a little bit more old school than me, and I love it. I put more of a, yes, I do. I put more of a younger approach to this than she does. But she'll sit out there in some rain, because some people, you have some work you do, you have to sit in the rain and collect it. You can't put a jar out there and let the water, you have to hold it. That's really how y'all charge the rainwater. You have to get wet too. Just thought I give y'all that. Y'all sit them pots and shit out there and they get filled up with rainwater and it don't do no good. Because the way that you activate it, you have to be out there holding it. You have to collect it. See the patience in it, sacrificing it. A lot of stuff y'all don't get, you have to sacrifice some of your energy to make some of this stuff work.
Now, Mama, I do have one.
Is that a dildo pen, LaTanya, you got? What is that?
I do have one, Mama. I got one.
Is that a dildo?
I do.
Thing and went and found. Girl. It is.
Oh, that's the one that's got the rabbit ears on it.
You be
putting one that got
multiple
on it.
It have multiple speeds on it.
Yes, baby.
You ain't the only one.
What did this become?
Don't feel bad. I got a collection.
Listen, in the book of Enoch taught us this. The book of Enoch taught us this, right? Didn't the book of Enoch teach us this? The fallen angel taught us this, right?
Yeah, I do have them in the store. I even sell the book of Enoch now.
Because I got it from you.
Yeah. Yeah, you the one that I ain't gonna lie, I have heard about that book, never took much time into it. And then I think you had called the store and asked for it. And I said, because whenever y'all ask me for stuff, I research it myself because I want to know what I'm selling, and I want to know why you coming to me to ask me. And then when I read it, I was too tickled. I said,
Yes,
isn't
that's why I got it. I got it from you.
and quit telling people that. Look, put that thing down. Quit telling people that you done got that for me. Put that thing down. Look, you know if folks gonna see this, they gonna be like, oh, Duchess nasty. But she got the book on her own, y'all, and I didn't tell her to do it. She didn't put
I got the book on my own, but I'm saying
so
I just wanted you to know I have this.
So what's the little hook thing that go on your clit? I don't use
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Yes, it's called rabbit ears. So you can multitask.
Oh.
And this has
this
don't even need a battery. This don't even need a battery.
It don't need a battery.
No, ma'am.
So what you do?
Plug it into the wall.
Oh, that's a powerful motherfucker. I'm surprised your ass ain't wake up that bitch still in you going off and you didn't pass the fuck out.
I have. I think I have called Jesus H. Christ.
Baby hungry. Mama. And you snoring back. My friend did that. My friend Lisa did that with a vibrator. She was like, bitch, you need to get this. And then she was like, that still on. She was like, it burned her thigh because she light skinned, and it burned a part of her thigh because it was just steady going and she didn't fell asleep. I was like, I don't need that. I have one. My husband called it what do you call it? Feel Good 5,000.
Yep. This is called When I Get a Man, he gonna be like, goddamn.
Well, you just gotta implement him into the toy action. You gotta make him be an active participant in it. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Like, this is biblical. I'm like, this is biblical.
Yeah. You just make him an active participant. He'll be all right.
I'm gonna show him this. I'm gonna show him the book of Enoch.
Oh, make it a whole thing.
And I'm gonna show him the Bible somewhere, wherever I put it.
Oh.
And I'm gonna show him my Bible.
Well, she been quiet all day. Look, pull out a whole dick and she just talking. Look at it.
I love it. This was confirmation for me. It's something that I've been wanting to do.
I need to give me a motherfucking dildo, and I got the Bible scripture. Also, like really to mend a marriage, you can read that before y'all have sex. And I know you think, oh my God, that's crazy, but it's really not. Because if one thing the Bible do talk about, and it don't talk about nothing else, it talks about marriage. Marriage, and marriage is not going to the courthouse. Y'all know that. In biblical times, you just consummated. That was it. They had like a small ritual and you consummated. Because back then, they used to ask, the judge would ask you, was this marriage consummated? He didn't ask if you went to go get married. He asked, was the marriage consummated? And if you said yes, then he would with the divorce. So between the marriage, you will get a white handkerchief and you're going to tear out, this is the Song of Solomon, verse 9 through 16 of chapter. You can get a photo, like I said, of you and your spouse when y'all are really happy, not when now y'all cussing each other out. You will lay the handkerchief down, it doesn't matter what color, y'all, and place the photo in the center. And then you're going to cover the photo with some powdered sugar. I did not say brown sugar, I said powdered sugar, okay? Why didn't I say regular sugar? Y'all know? The reason why I say powdered sugar, because it would disintegrate faster than the Confederate sugar that you make, okay?
What was the scripture again?
It is chapter 1 of Song of Solomon, and it's verse 9 through 16. And you're gonna fold the handkerchief in half over the ingredients. Then you're gonna roll the handkerchief towards you, and you're gonna make it into a thin line. So you're gonna make it real thin. You know, like some men's penises, they have thin penises like pencils. Then you're gonna make sure that you are praying as you are rolling the packet towards you. You will make a loose knot at the center of the roll and call on your spouse and pray that petition and pull the knot as tight as you can, okay? You will dress a blue vigil with some love me, peace for home, attraction oil, come to me, come fuck me, out, marriage oil, whatever, it doesn't matter. You would dress your packet With these oils, you will hold the packet tight around your mouth. You will hold it up to your mouth. And you're going to pray the verse 9 through 16 over the packet. You're going to wrap the packet around the candle, the vigil candle. And the vigil candle could be red, pink, it don't really matter, or white. And you're going to do this 3 times a day for 21 days. And after the 21st day, guess what you're going to do with that packet? You're going to put it in your mattress where y'all sleep at. Like right in the middle of where y'all sleep, under the mattress. And then you'll finish that candle if it has not been. And if he's still not acting right, you're going to do the whole thing all over again, okay? And it will also tell you if you're cheating or not, because his dick ain't going to work at all. That is the ultimate limp dick finder. If you do that work and his dick don't get hard at all and y'all don't have sex in that 21 days, he is cheating on you. Y'all got kind of quiet on that one. I was like, oh shit. I will write out the Song of Solomon. I'll actually write out, because it's like a few spells. You can also use the Song of Solomon to do to overcome your enemies too, to uncover your enemies as well. And there's some prosperity work.
That's good. I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, it might be a little off of what you're saying, but it's still a Bible verse. One of the scriptures that always kind of get me, as far as like the deities, I'm not working with any of them. I just want to know. It says, "Thou shalt not have any other god before me." Can you please kind of elaborate and let me know what do they mean by that?
You're God.
Yes.
We're
Okay.
connected to God. So you
Yes,
don't put
ma'am.
anybody before you. And that's why I said earlier, you do not worship other gods. You might give them offerings, but you do
Okay.
not worship them, because if you start worshiping them, then you are putting them before you. And you can't.
Okay.
So that's what the scripture means by that. Not
Okay.
that,
Thank you so
they
much.
wouldn't, in a church will say, that means you don't put, that's not what that means, because you're a God yourself.
Yes,
I keep
ma'am.
telling y'all, if y'all taking my Womanmancy or my self-love class,
Mm-hmm.
women are gods with a capital G, because we actually create the life. Men are gods too, but they're the lowercase g, because they help to procreate it, but they don't create it. It's just like if you have a vision and you want people to be the provision, same thing for the perception of life. Women should be the most honored because we create the life. Men are definitely duality, definitely important, because they are the procreator of life. Remember, women are receptors. We receive. That's why you got to be careful who you sleep with. Men are projectors. They're projecting their energy into you. That's why you could sleep with a nigga and everything was going good, and then you sleep with him and now you feel bad again, and it takes you weeks to get over that feeling, because he's just projected his, I really don't want to be with you, but you give me some. So you just absorbed that energy. Whereas your shit was good, you was strong, and you just felt weak because he came in and he had some great whole ass motherfucking sweatpants on. Right? You know what I'm saying? But his energy still was off. It wasn't right. Have y'all enjoyed this class?
Yes.
Have you learned a lot?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. I think I'm gonna, while this is uploading, I'm going to if I upload just the scripture to use and tell you what it's used for, it's always a white candle. 9 times out of 10, it's just a white candle. It's so, y'all, it's so much in this. I haven't even really hit, I have 20 pages that I wrote, front and back. I still haven't been able to go over everything. And we're going into 5 o'clock. There is so much, like, that's why I tell y'all, even if it's not me, get y'all a teacher. Get into somebody's mentorship, apprenticeship. Get into somebody where they could teach you. Like, they could really, like, teach you some good stuff. It don't have to be me. But get with somebody that's good and that's really going to teach y'all. So y'all learn the real stuff, the good stuff. Not this watered down shit that everybody talk about. That's why I stopped following and watching anybody else. And it's not to say that somebody else not whatever. It's just that I don't want nobody to be like, well, I talked about this, now she talking about that. No. I'm gonna do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? If it appeals to you, then it appeals to you. If it don't, then it don't. I'm not saying that you have to give me, but y'all need to be under somebody's guide. I've been doing this for a very long time. I still got godparents. Everybody must be accountable to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knows it all. We are forever a student. You know, we are forever a student. And this ain't a plug for my apprenticeship or nothing like that, because it don't have to be me. But I'm just saying, y'all get up under somebody that's gonna really teach y'all some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real.
Mama Duchess, I have a question for you.
Sure.
So you said reading Ecclesiastics will change your whole view on life. So it would be good to pair that with the self-love kit. Can you do that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The whole point of the self-love kit, I'm gonna start recording too so we can start uploading. Give me 1 second.